I think. Yes, it works.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're on the air. This is the first time I've done this without Ingrid. Rejoice, peasants. Oh, is it going through? Is it being recorded?
It says live.
It says live.
Yeah.
I can't tell whether this is actually being recorded or not.
It says live in the top corner of my screen.
What, recorded versus being live, or?
Yeah. Could somebody go to the channel and see if it's actually... It should be being recorded.
It's live now.
Oh, look at my gormless face. This is so good. Awesome. We're going to go with it. We're going to go with it, and hopefully, it all works out. Just waiting for that.
I'm on the channel. I can't see anything happening on there right
live now.
And it should be. It's like this is the problem with doing these things like this. You know, trying to make sure that they're everything is kosher.
Yeah, the last thing on the YouTube channel shows the Fake Twin episode 5.
Should be.
If you search it in the YouTube search bar, it's coming up saying live and episode 3 Scholar's Promise.
Huh.
Yeah, I can actually see us.
I must have gone to the wrong place then.
We are
I
actually.
didn't go to the actual channel. It doesn't seem to show up on the channel for me either, so I'm confused. YouTube is not my thing.
I'm going to leave technology to other people. That's on the upside, though, I figured out that I did level up properly. I just didn't write 5 down. So.
How did you figure that out?
I looked through the levels on the thing, which you can't see because it's my iPad screen. It's bright white, but I looked at what spells I have and what I'm a novice in and journeyman in, and just I can't have written those things down without having been a level 5.
When we level up, do we gain any health? Because I'm realizing I've still got the health I had before, but my maximum is different.
I did. Not much, I think, because I kept rolling 1s, but I think we did.
No, I actually got a decent amount of health to my maximum, but I've still got the fairly low amount I was at before.
I don't think we healed anything.
No. Oh well, I can live. We're going to get at least 1 night's rest.
Hopefully.
Okay, cool. Right, yes, I understand it. We are actually live. We're good. We're kosher. So basically, apart from being able to look back at my face, staring blankly at the screen like I've become frozen and then suddenly moving, possibly scaring small children. Yeah, it's working. It's working.
Woohoo!
Rejoice, peasants.
Rejoicing.
Yay.
Thanks for the idea. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is the first time I've actually managed to do this broadcast without the help of my lovely wife, who is our technical advisor. In other words, long-suffering techno slave who has to work hard to make sure all this stuff works. She's currently abroad at Sweden. NFCC, is it? NCC?
I think.
NCC.
NCC.
Nordic Cosplay Championship.
Yes, because she's going to be doing something fab on Saturday as part of their intro show, singing and all the works. I had to run home to make sure I get to see that. In any regards, this is the Betrayal Raven, and we are currently going to be doing the Bloody Stags 3rd episode, known as the Scholar's Promise. Today we don't just have our team of 3. Say hello, girls.
Hello.
We also have 2 guests with us today. who will be introducing as the game goes on. First of all, we have Imogen. Imogen, you want to tell us a bit about yourself, your cosplay persona, etc.?
Yes, I cosplay occasionally in my spare time.
Bullshit.
Um,
What are you doing right now, Imogen?
Hmm?
What are you doing right now?
I am hemming a skirt. It's all very exciting.
Touche.
And so yes, I go by the handle maker Muse, and I will be dipping in today to cause trouble for everyone.
What? And we also have Pips. Also another Rebecca, but we call her Pips because it just fits. Pips fits. Your turn, Pips.
I also cosplay, but actually occasionally. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm really bad at this.
Pips has the most epic hair, by the way. It is gigantic. I think it has a passport. Look at this.
There you go.
It's
There's
amazing.
a lot of it.
I wish I had that.
It was you, Rick.
Yeah.
Can you imagine to be like head bopping? Awesome. By the way, could we just take a second to reintroduce everyone to the main characters? Anna.
Yes.
Hello, darling. Would you mind telling the audience who it is you play?
I play Allegra Orsini, an Antivan warrior, and currently mercenary.
Currently mercenary. Sweet. And Tilda.
I play Lenara, who is a mage and an escaped elven slave from Tevinter, and also currently a mercenary, although that's a little uncertain given the events of the last game, I think. But yeah.
Aww. And finally, Becca. You there, Becca?
I am, as long as my mic's working.
Hang on.
I play Maria. She's a Ravani merchant and a rogue. And she was recruited into Bryn Stags when she went to adventure across Thedas for a bit of story.
Wicked. A bit of backdrop to that, by the way. The group who represents the youngest in a mercenary company known as the Bloody Stags have been set out on a mission to try and avenge the death of their beloved mercenary captain Bryn, who was seemingly murdered by the Fateswain criminals, who are played by the other group. In the pursuit of this, not only did they get close to their quarry, but they also discovered that their clients, the Magister Grimaldi of the Tevinter Magisterium, has essentially gone a bit crazy, leaving them out on a limb. Plus, clashing with some strange Dalish has resulted in their direct hiring party, the dragon of the Grimaldi, his most trusted lieutenant, suddenly turning on them in a rather interesting twist of fate. It turns out that Becca's character, whose name I can never pronounce.
Maria.
There we go. It's not Murray, is it now? Maria.
Don't try.
Is in possession of the fifth and final Fateswain tattoo. Meaning that suddenly they're on the run from their clients, and now they've had to run north through the guts of an old sewer system and the deep roads, emerging through a mine shaft and being attacked by darkspawn into the daylight. They find refuge in a fishing hut, trying to lick their wounds and figure out what the hell just happened.
Sounds like a Tuesday. It sounds like a Tuesday.
It's the most traumatic moment in your life. For me, it was Tuesday. The last time I saw their company, it was possibly taking part in the massacre of the innocent townfolks of Mosswake. They don't know because it was all at a distance. They were, at the end of the day, hired by the Tevinter forces as mercenary soldiers. So morality has become a little bit problematic for the first time. So we're going to start. I want to actually switch off the music, which you can probably hear. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, hey, I just had a thought. Since I can do that, how do I sound, by the way? Do I sound that? Sound all right?
Yeah.
That's fine.
So if I, for example, tabletop audio, can't spell to save my life, but it worked anyway. And then I go to Soundpad and go for this one. We got the dice, didn't they? Who dropped the dice?
Me.
Oh. Don't say me. I don't know who it is. I can't.
Tilda. I dropped it.
Who is it? It's me.
Hi, Tilda was the culprit.
I'm gonna try that. Next time someone asks me who is it on the phone, I'm gonna go, "It's me," and I just see if they can guess.
I'm just going to reply with my character's name so you can remember it.
Mireia.
Yes!
Yes! Yes! Bucket list tick.
I'm so proud of you, Rick.
I know, I'm so proud of it too. What did I do again? Okay, Derp Forest isn't loading. Oh, yes it is. Very slowly. Cool. I might have something awesome in a second. But we find the start of this episode in this small fishing hut, which is the size of your living room, roughly. With what remains of your bedrolls wet by the water if you fell in it, dirty and probably torn in a few places from all that you've been through, from between the infiltration of Mosswake, the ride straight out in pursuit of the Fateswain, the fighting with the Dalish, and the inevitable betrayal by your hiring party, the Nex, the dragon of the mysterious Magister Grimaldi. And then the fight with the Darkspawn. So after all of this, you're a mess. Your clothes haven't been washed in a while. You haven't had a shower in ages. You've been eating rations wherever possible. Your sleeping patterns have been really messed up. And this is the first time you've actually had a chance to just relax. And outside, there is a very soft timpani, it's a cool word that, by the way, of rain pitter-pattering on the roof of the hut. And for the first time since you can remember, it feels like it's been an age, you feel a little bit safe.
Certainly an improvement on being underground.
I strongly agree.
Yeah.
We did tie up the horse, didn't we?
Yes, they're outside underneath
Oh, thank God.
a thing.
The
Don't
one
worry.
thing we
Our
tried.
one remaining horse.
You go through horses quickly, don't you?
No.
But yes,
I'm just going to go check that nut safe.
just to help set the scene, would you mind describing how your characters are in this small enclosed room where you're all pretty much got your bedrolls out and you're all just exhausted on the floor? I think one of you would probably start a fire, yeah?
I will handle that, being the resident mage. Yes. Having just come inside from washing Darkspawn blood, potentially out of a wound on my arm,
Oh no!
I'm going to. Is there a hearth or somewhere in the hut to kind of build a fire safely instead of just setting something in the middle of a?
Yes, there is. This fishing hut, you know it's a fishing hut because it has all the tackle and other assortments of equipment. It seems it's owned by someone who's not there at the moment. It hasn't been used in a while, judging by the cobwebs and the dust that's built up on the floor. Other than that, it's a pretty rustic wooden affair. Shuttered windows, no glass, and the roof's got a few holes in it. And along the walls, you see all manner of things from skis to other like craftsmanship. Looks like whoever owns it is a woodworking person. In the northern side of the building is a rather handmade chimney, probably with a few holes in it. But there is a hearth underneath it.
I'm gonna go over there and light a fire, probably using magic, because that makes sense.
That would make sense. When Allegra and Lenara were out at the river or the lake, Maria had been out finding a little time to herself, wandering around the outside of the cabin, and while she was there, she'd found what she could of scrub and dry things that might help, and then forgot about the magic thing.
Aww.
Magical fire still needs things to burn, so.
Magical fire still needs things to burn. The heat eventually starts coming into the room and it ebbs and flows, and you start feeling yourself feeling a bit less than miserable and damp. There's this awkward silence between you all because, well, I suppose you've been wired for so long. It's been a bit of a traumatic experience. The hell do you say after something like that?
I busy myself by taking out my swords and making sure they're clean and sharpening them. Just doing busy work.
I have something to say. I will. I'm not sure what you think, but I have to tell you that I had no idea about the tattoo. I don't even know what Fate Swain is. This is complete news to me, but I did remember something about it.
Yes.
And you know, was it a week ago? Time has a mind of its own. When we were coming into Folly and we the last town, and we saw someone in the distance following us. The Harlequin men.
Yes, I remember.
And we've seen them at another point as well. I had to think about it, and when I got this tattoo, it was the first one I got. There was one there as well. And I don't know what that means, but it means something's all tied in. Back then, here, I don't know what.
There is absolutely no way that that can be a coincidence.
Considering all the shit that's been going down this past few days, yeah, that's not a coincidence.
And Maria, I don't think any of us assumed that you had some prior knowledge of this. I mean,
I'm glad you think so, but it would really be nice if I could go and talk to the woman who gave me the tattoo.
Is this woman still alive?
She is. She's back in Ravane.
That's a bit of a trek to make, though.
Yeah.
Would be a nice trek, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would be nice. Seeing home again.
who was this woman to you?
She was no relation, but she basically raised me as her own. I was around 14. I was on my own, and she took me in, looked after me a little. I know you'll not be bothered, but she was what we call a hedge mage. And she was a little bit of a fortune teller herself. So I don't know what she knew, but as ever with her, I feel like she knew more than she told me.
Is there any way to get a message to her without us going there in person?
I don't know if I'd be happy saying this in a message. After all, there's people looking for whatever I am.
I don't think it would be a good idea to entrust anything of this to a courier or anything like that. I mean, this is... well, it's way above my head, if for one thing.
I'm not sure I trust anyone this side of Antiva.
Well, yeah. I have to agree there. I wouldn't trust anyone at the moment.
Trusting people. We haven't exactly had a good track record with that. Any of us, I don't suppose. and especially not in the last few days.
Yeah.
One thing I can say is, you've got my back. I've seen that. And I've got yours.
That's good to hear. It's one of the first times that I could confidently put my trust in anyone else. Did you ever think that when you joined the Stags, this would be where we would end up?
Certainly not.
Bryn told me a bit of fun, a bit of money, maybe a few stories to tell. That's a little more than I was bargaining on. But hey, I definitely have the stories.
I only joined because I felt that I owed him.
Owed him?
I feel there's a
Yes.
story there. Care to share?
Nothing particularly interesting. I was on the run and the people looking for me tracked me down, and he happened to be there when they found me. And he intervened. I was outnumbered, and I suspect that I would have been either killed or dragged back to Javinter if he hadn't been there. And his presence, well, yeah, I mean, it changed everything. And after that, I felt that I owed him something for his help. He never demanded anything at all, but I felt that it was his due.
Hell, he just bought me a drink.
I mean, we did that after, but there was some killing of slavers first.
I just sort of ended up in his company and I enjoyed it there, so I stuck around.
Ended up in his company how?
Well, let's just say that I got a bit of a request to join his company and I did what I was asked to do, and then I just liked it there, so I stuck around. And he helped me be allowed to stay around, so I guess I owed him in a way as well.
These people that killed him, they're not too far ahead of us now.
No, I mean, we tried figuring out where we are exactly, but whatever that town is we're looking at across the lake, I think that's where we're heading, where we last heard of them.
Do we... I don't even necessarily still want them dead, but I do want to discover why it was that they attacked him, why they killed him.
I think there's a lot more to this story than we understand. And
Yeah,
to be honest,
I would
feel
really
I
like
had
to
some
know
questions
why.
I could ask them.
Regardless of... I mean, we're not being paid anymore, that's for certain. I think...
Yeah, I think that wandered off in the forest somewhere.
Well, there's always money to be made in, well, say other ways, but I would assume that we would need to know why they happened to be there and why they killed him. So, plus they do seem to be involved some way in this fate swain business that you're dragged up in now into, Maria.
They know something about that. I don't know what we're going to find when we meet them. I mean, from what we've heard so far, they've been involved with summoned demons. They were in the room with Bryn, however they got there. And they have something to do with elven ruins and history. There's definitely a lot we don't understand.
In that case, a good place to start would be finding some form of civilization, at least so we can regroup a little. And I doubt we'll find anyone in this small town that understands more than us about what's going on, apart from those that we're hunting, but maybe it would be a place to start.
It would.
Yes, definitely.
I don't know whether to be wary of these people or not. I mean, the last time we heard anyone who'd actually met them, they were certainly loyal to them, but maybe they're very good at tricking people. We can't be certain.
You can never be certain with people, but
No.
the only way to be certain, I suppose, is meeting them ourselves, making our own judgments. We just have to go about it in a more subtle way, I suppose.
Yes, like you said, we don't have quite the same aim we did before. But like Lenora said, I think civilization will definitely be a welcome break.
Much preferable to Darkspawn.
Oh, Maker, yes.
Possibly better conversation.
By the way, you're interrupted by a bang at the door. It's a lot. It's not so much a very loud bang, so much as a. You hear a bit of a commotion outside.
Oh, for heaven's sake! I don't think there's anyone in there.
I'm gonna just like pull myself closer.
I hold my swords up and nod to the others to open the door.
Why would anyone stay in this place?
When the door opened, when you open the door outside, it is pouring it down up into the distance, and from the half light which is being cast over your shoulders, you make out two rather huddled individuals who seem sodden soaked through.
Oh look, Gigi, company.
I thought you said there wouldn't be anyone else in the hut.
Shh, they're looking at us.
Now, first of all, I want you to describe how these guys actually see you for the first time. Imogen, do you want to take us first of all?
So we just traipsed, goodness knows how long, in the middle of nowhere. We come to this ramshackled old, I don't know, fishing place, whatever. And suddenly there are three very strange individuals. One of them's an elf. One of them seems Antivan. She looks exotic. And they're half covered in blood. One of them has rather a suspicious looking cut on her arm. And one of them is holding a very large sword. So I don't think this is very much a good place to stay. But, you know, whatever. Gigi led us here. I'm not going to complain.
These two, by the way, look very out of place in the wild. They're wearing very fine clothing made of silks, some lace works and such. Mostly kind of torn and unkempt as it is. Seen better days.
Excuse me.
Yeah, they look very long way from home. But what do they look like? Imogen, what does your character look like?
She's about 20, about 5'4", red hair, full face of makeup, which is obviously dripping down her face right now. You can tell that there was a semblance of a hairstyle, but again, it's a bit disheveled. And there's just lots of layers of fabric, mostly sodden and muddy at this point. She looks like someone who was not come dressed for the weather.
Pips?
Well, Gigi also doesn't look dressed for the weather at all. She's a bit taller, but not much. She wears a mask, because that's what they do. And yeah, just looks really miserable. And she's got brown hair that is very just stuck to her face, basically.
We're beautiful, okay?
Yes, we're beautiful.
Oh, bless. There's actually twigs in her hair as well.
Hey, excuse me, that was a nest for the bird that I was tending in my hair.
Oh god, it's like we stumbled in Downton Abbey.
I'd rather be there.
Oh, bless. So you're gonna let them in, or?
I'm gonna open the door a little wider, but I'm gonna ready my staff
Oh,
to
charming.
either hit them or cast something.
I just lower my swords a little bit, stand there, sword still in hand, but not at the ready anymore. It's like, guys, I don't think these two are dangerous. I just think they're lost.
No.
That is not the
My
face I would expect of the owner of this hut.
Who in the void are you both?
Oh, sorry, introductions. It was all a bit, we're tired. So my name is Bridget McCarrick, and this is Gigi.
Yeah.
Gigi.
Gigi. Yeah. Gigi. I've forgotten my last name.
Be polite.
Gigi de Palier.
And we've just been excavating, and we'd like to come in and get dry. And
it's horrible out here, so could you just let us in?
and everyone's left us
Everyone.
or died. It's a real inconvenience.
I can see how it would be. Why don't you come in and make yourselves at home?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excavating, did you say? Are you
These people are very kind.
working?
Pardon?
Are you working on a excavation?
We were meant
Around
to
here?
overseeing it. Yes.
That makes more sense.
We do a lot of work.
Never get anything
I
done
am
without anyone
very
overseeing.
I'd like to point out that the same way I'm trying not to laugh, Lanara is doing the exact same thing.
It was about, well, we're studying Elven law. It's very interesting. Let us in. I'm sure that this lady would like to talk about it.
I just shoot a look at Lenara going, okay then.
You find yourselves making a lot of assumptions.
No.
No.
Well, they do sound Orlesian, don't they? That would make a lot of sense, though.
I'm not, well, I'm not Orlesian.
Sounds
I
close
am,
enough.
and I'm offended.
Well, you have about as much right to this hut as we do.
Well,
Only-
I'm going to bustle in because it's
We
wet
found it
and it's
first.
Just to move things along, they come in. You close the door. The door is now closed.
Please make yourselves at home.
Start like wringing out my hair.
Walks past me and slightly brushes her damp whatever it is she's wearing over my things.
I'm going to set up my lantern and take my notebook out and see if it's dry still.
Your notebook is actually a rather hefty leather-bound tome with a metal skeleton work, which allows for a rather nice lock. Against the most common thief, it's not going to really hold weight against the lockpicking tools, but it has stopped, say, for example, other nosy rivals from taking a peek.
I certainly take note of where the key comes from.
I told you
I'm
you
just
should
like
Doing
doing this.
No, I need to write some notes down, so I'm going to do that quickly.
I
Vengeful
just,
memory.
as I wring out my hair, I make a point of not looking at her as she writes notes because I don't need to see your notes to like do my own work.
I just quite openly look over Bridget's shoulder at what she's writing.
Gosh.
Unless it's in Orlesian.
Can I glance at it and see if it is in Orlesian or not?
Of course you can.
I can read Orlesian.
Can I roll calligraphy?
Yes, let's make you roll calligraphy.
That
what
thing.
do I roll?
It's dexterity, remember?
Yeah, but what type of dice?
Oh,
3d6.
3 dice, like this. one with an odd colour. And one with an odd colour is a dragon die. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
But that's only really special when you roll a double. Doesn't matter which dice roll you roll a double with. It only comes into play when you roll a double.
Okay.
So roll your 3 dice and tell me what you get. Gotta teach them at some point how the game works. So.
Please.
I got a 3 and 2 2s.
Oh, really? Okay, what do they add up together?
3 and 2 2s is 7.
That is indeed. How much? Add your dexterity.
So that's 3.
Yep. And then add your focus because you have calligraphy as a focus, which means plus
So
2
that's
to that.
12 in total.
Plus 12, which means you very easily write down what you need in the most beautiful cursive that they have ever been privileged to see. Except
Does that make it any easier to read?
maybe if you were
Probably
brought...
makes it harder.
Yeah, your cursive is not easy to read sometimes, I think, unless you're used to those types of books. But what's really important is the double you got only counts when you actually manage to pass the target number of the test, which in this case you did. What was the number of the odd coloured dice? Was it 2 or 3?
2.
Yeah, that would mean you get 2 stun points in that case. If it was something special like an attack or something which allows you to use stunts.
So I can pierce people's armor right now.
Yes, using your book's corners, you can then destroy a Templar Knight by
Does
smashing
that
them.
mean I can pierce the armor of their reticence to talk to me?
Wow, this is good. Meta. So meta. I'm going to send you to a message. I'm going to send you like angry messages now. Hold on.
Can I read what she's writing?
Oh, actually, no, I don't need to. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
What language is it in? Is it Orlesian or is it English?
Before
Or common? Right.
so that Gigi can't read at all.
It's in the trade
I'm
tongue.
not even looking.
I'm not looking.
Okay. That I can read. I just am admiring the absurd penmanship.
Penmanship is close to godlyship.
By the way, roll Imogen and sorry, your characters' names are Bridget and Gigi.
Mhm.
By rolling a perception check. Now you basically do that by rolling the 3 dice and adding your perception. And if you have a focus in seeing, which you don't, so ignore what I'm about to say, you would normally get +2 to the roll.
9.
Yeah. JJ?
14.
Nice. Unfortunately, although Bridget is a bit busy with her book, Gigi, who is obviously not looking at the book because she wouldn't do that, that's just cheating. You notice that these 3 individuals have very similar clothing and symbology on their uniform. They have a red stag's head.
I have a focus in heraldry, by the way.
Not heraldry, you've seen it before back at the dig.
I know, but I'm just letting you know.
Just make you get 16. You're a badass.
Fun at parties.
It's the best way to play. Just I have a focus in this, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very fascinating. I have a specialization in heraldry, you know. Did you know that there's a house in Quatermain which basically has the icon of a demented seagull eating the brain of a badger? It was invented by a Kunari, would you think? Of course, I might be just bullshitting you, but I'm not the shape of a toilet.
I would expect anything of the Kunari.
Oh, they cheat. They use rulers. Yeah, you notice that the iconography on their shoulder pads is the shoulder sections here is actually the same as the young fellow who you met just before the dwarves attacked. Do you remember the message I just sent you?
Yes.
So,
Is that-
what are all your names? I don't believe we've been properly introduced.
Can I go and just look out the window and see if there are any more of these people out there?
Yes.
My name is Lenara.
Lovely to meet you.
Yes, lovely to meet you.
What brings you to this lovely shack?
Oh, we just like the view, you know. A nice ambience.
How diverse.
What brings you to this lovely shack? Why did you leave your
Brains.
site? Surely you had tents.
Oh, so it's a long story, and actually, you might be able to help with it because I'm sure you know maybe you have a different perspective on matters. We've been studying Elven law of late. So we went to these ruins on our excavation, and we found this really interesting. I suppose you'd call it a mirror, but.
Yes, you looked in it a lot.
I'm explaining something. I'm talking to Lenara here. Goodness. Well, I suppose it works as a portal as well because, people came through it and then they killed everyone and we managed to get away. I suppose, you know. What?
Someone came through a mirror and killed everyone.
No, wait.
Well, not us.
Wait, there was a broken mirror.
Look.
Maria, there was a broken mirror in the tower where Bryn was.
I definitely remember this and wasn't going to say it. Lenara missed my look.
Completely.
You winked.
So much for keeping secrets.
Oh.
When did this happen?
Well, I don't know if it's connected. I mean, there's a lot of mirrors in the world.
You'd know.
This is such a beautiful train work.
Oh, fine. I'm going to give a curt round of applause because that was actually quite good. What was I saying?
You mean the rest of your camp is dead?
Do you think I'd kid about something like that? It was traumatic.
And this happened 10 minutes ago? 3 weeks ago?
I don't have a watch.
You must
We were walking for a long time.
I know the feeling.
Was the sun in the sky? Was it at nighttime? How many?
There was rain, we couldn't tell.
Have these two ever lifted a finger of their own at any point in their life?
Excuse me.
I've never been outside.
Yeah, no.
And are you telling us that you may have led a troop of murdering mirror wanderers to us?
No.
No.
How can you be sure? How do you know they didn't follow you?
They would probably have killed us already.
Skilled.
How
And
come
was
they
it-
didn't kill you two when they had the chance?
We got away.
I mean, pardon my saying, but you don't seem like the kind who would stand well in a fight.
Excuse me, I am very good at pushing other people into the way.
That does not surprise me.
No.
That explains an awful lot. That explains why you're here in our cabin,
Yes.
annoying us.
Excuse me.
That's rude.
I think you're dripping on your book.
I meant to.
Of course you did.
Careful, you'll make the ink run. You don't want to ruin all your hard work.
Maybe I do. It's a code.
Did I see anything when I looked out the window?
Absolutely nothing. Just
It's
dark out
raining.
there.
Thank you, Bridget.
Although I can confirm, by the way, to answer your question, the events that they have had occurred roughly an hour or two ago.
Okay.
Well, yes, there was a dead man who came through the mirror and it was all very traumatic. And so Gigi and I left. And then as we left, because it was traumatic, we heard a lot of people killed behind us. So we ran away. And we think there were dwarfs because they looked very small and it wasn't because we were running away. And now, frankly, I don't appreciate your tone, acting as if we've done something wrong here. Thank
I'm
you for making
simply-
us in. I really appreciate it. But we're not criminals, and I don't want to be treated thusly.
Who said anything about criminals? We're simply asking about the murdering troop you brought with you.
You don't exactly inspire confidence.
Treaty
Did you just say that a dead man came through the mirror?
Was it a dead man? Was it a group of people?
It was one man, and he looked like you. Well, he had the same armor as you, I think. Shoulder.
I'm sorry?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, did you not notice? Bridget? Not paying attention to things.
She doesn't have a
He was
focus
dead.
character.
I was traumatized. I didn't study the man's outfit.
Really?
Have a heart.
This man.
We've never met him.
Did you was there anything else about him that was noteworthy?
He was dead.
Besides that,
He was dead but walking, or just came through
He
as a...
came out of the mirror and he died.
Okay.
so he didn't do the killing. He just fell out of a mirror and died.
Yes. And then the
And
killing
the
happened.
dwarves show up.
And we ran away. So we didn't stay to look at the man.
I'm going to put my staff down and just lean it against the wall. Stay near it.
I have staff, but a different type.
I'm sure you do.
I'm sorry, that was just a joke. So really, we'd like some answers, because as we've noticed, you were wearing the same outfit, and we're very traumatized, and we'd like to know why.
Which is the only reason we've been asking these questions, obviously.
I can smell bullshit a mile away.
Can you?
Oh,
Very
really?
good at it.
What makes you think we have any answers? Why would we be in this hut if we had answers?
Maybe you liked it. You look like people who would like this hut.
Well, it is cozy.
See?
You saying there's something wrong with our hut?
Well, if he came through the mirror, then what's to stop you having come through the mirror, and that's why you're here.
Where
Well, we
was
got
it?
here before you.
We need to gather a lot of empirical evidence.
Where was
Also,
your
a lot of
camp?
people died.
And how many people were in it? How many people have just been murdered?
What did I do?
How many
When
people did we
that?
hire? I don't know.
Oh,
However many people we hired.
How can you not know that?
It was arranged by the university, for goodness sake. It's not like we're roll call mistresses.
And how far away was it?
It felt far away.
I have a compass.
Can you use it?
Yes.
Was your camp on the other side of the lake? Was it near a forest? How long did it take you to get here from the camp?
It was by the Elven ruins.
There weren't, by any chance, other people at these elven ruins, were there?
Dwarfs.
We had
Well, that's interesting.
Was any portion of these elven ruins, was any of it underground?
Gosh, you ask more questions than my tutor. I don't know.
You were studying them.
We
You were
didn't
studying
get to
them
the
and you were
underground
asking
part.
about empirical evidence.
Most theoretical.
If I may
okay?
interject on that one, this is something I haven't actually told her. The ruins in question were very unusual in the sense that they were mostly off the ground. It's described as a tower. The only difference being that there's no immediate access to the upper parts of it. So it was like a support structure, which had to be climbed manually to get to the top, where the artifact was and where the person came through.
I remember there were a lot of stairs.
Yes.
Another tower with a mirror at the top.
Again, not coincidence, I would say.
Me neither.
Bridget, I know.
No. I think that one's a lost cause.
All I'm saying is, I wanted to know how long ago this happened, so we'd know whether it was
Quite
safe
recently.
to
That's why
investigate,
we're in such a muddle.
and whether these people would still be around, and decomposing corpses and such.
Yes.
I can understand if you wouldn't quite be up to the task of going and looking yourself, but maybe pointing us in the direction.
It was north.
Yes.
South.
That's strange. The direction she's pointing in is actually east.
Okay. Yeah, east.
Hmm.
About
That
that
compass.
compass.
So, north. Okay.
My tutor's crap. He doesn't give me any information. Just sent me on this god-awful dig.
I look at Allegra and Lanara and mostly tune out Bridget. Is this something we want to go get closer to?
It might provide some answers, considering. And if they have been trekking here for a while, it's going to take us a while to get there, and by then the place should hopefully be cleared out, which means hopefully less danger, but might still provide answers.
Do we go now or do we wait for the morning?
I would say wait. We are banged up enough as it is, especially you.
Darkspawn.
Yeah.
Rick, is the direction that she's pointing, is it sort of heading towards the town or is it in the
No,
other?
Between out of.
It's actually going towards the outskirts of the, or rather, it's going parallel to the town. So the town is north. If you follow the road north, however, the direction they came in goes into the forests to the east.
So if we still wanted to head towards the town, we could like stop off and it would only be a slight detour?
No, the town is much further north.
Okay.
This tower, which they're describing, is actually a lot closer.
It's just a very long way.
It's a case of, do we want to go now and see if we can still find something that might still be there, or based on past experience with these mirrors, is everything going to be gone by the time we get there at this point?
How strong did that horse look? Could two of us go on the horse now and cut down the time that it takes to get there and come back, and then someone stay here with these two?
I mean, I'd be happy to accompany you tomorrow.
Once the rain has stopped.
Are you sure
No
we
worries
can
about that.
guarantee that clears up for you tomorrow?
You could take a long rest for a couple of hours and get a power nap, which I really want to start calling an Eda nap. It's the ancient elven art of meditation and regaining all manner of hit points within the space of an hour or two. Eda nap. It's coined. It's headcanon now. So there. But yeah, you can do a long rest. Rest up, get your hit points back, and hopefully the weather will clear up by then.
Given how long Bridget and Gigi say they've been traveling, and the fact that whoever came through the mirror apparently took on an entire encampment of workers, perhaps we don't want to.
No,
Gosh,
he died!
Dead.
He came out the mirror and died!
Just for the sake of clarity, the story they were trying to relate to you is that they were essentially, just for the sake of clarity, working on some sort of ancient elven artifact when they were disrupted by a rather rude individual who stumbled out of the mirror before promptly dying at their feet. Now, the whole event was rather traumatic, so while they could dispense with blaming each other, they were then set upon by a group of angry dwarves. They massacred the group, and they were the only ones to get away.
So actually, we've been through quite a lot, and
Yeah.
we would appreciate the sympathy.
Yes.
I say we give it a little bit of time before we go, just so whoever's possibly there can clear out, and then we can cautiously approach this and see what that gets.
Well, you're doing a long rest, so 6 hours of restful sleep restores 10 plus constitution plus your level in health.
10
Plus your-
plus level in health.
Wait,
Yes.
what?
6 hours of restful sleep restores 10 plus your constitution and plus your level in health.
Okay.
I think I have full health. No, how can I?
Also, get your mana back, Tilda.
Is it just all of it automatically?
All of it automatically.
All of it, yeah.
Ooh.
Cool.
I'm almost full again.
Where are we?
Are you ready? Are you ready for love?
Just looking at these sheets, is there a maximum health you can go up to?
I mean,
As in, when we level up, we get more health, but is there a maximum point where you can't have a higher maximum health?
no, well, when you get to level 11 and onwards, you just go up by your constitution level. You don't go up by d6s anymore, plus that. So
Okay,
it gets harder to get more of it.
right. But the maximum's still just 80.
80? Where'd you get 80 from?
I was going to
The
say,
number of
that's a lot.
boxes it gives you. Oh, it is a lot now, yeah, but
There's
I'm nowhere near it yet. But I was just wondering about the logistics of it.
no. Was the Kestrels faced off against a Templar captain who was level 12 and he had a health of 150. So, yeah,
Okay.
got a long way to go yet.
I've got a health of 40.
Oh,
That's very nice, Bridget.
Well done.
Sorry.
here we are taking the piss out of you. I've got my 29 health.
Oh, wow, you did not level up well.
No.
Well,
my
I've
goodness.
seen the best doctors in anywhere.
Tilda, I sent you a quick message.
I think certainly if we were taking a rest, I would shoot a look at Allegra and we'd decide, at least between the two of us, to keep watches.
Oh, yes.
Cool. Now, as you guys awake, you're actually startled by a rather disturbed-looking mage in your group. Lanara seems to have woken with a bit of a start.
Are you all right there, Lanara?
I had. Before I tell them,
Yeah?
is it just Allegra and Maria that are awake, or is everybody?
I'm still fast asleep.
There you go.
Okay.
Gigi might be awake.
I might be awake. I feel like Gigi does not sleep well on the floor of her. She's like, this is terrible.
Or nothing. Okay.
I'm snoring loudly.
Using her snoring as cover, I will quietly explain. I had a dream. It was, well, it was more of a nightmare. I have no idea what it meant. I'm sure it was nothing. We should wake up her ladyship over there and drag her back to that ruin and see what's going on.
Sounds like the rain stopped, and you get the slight glow of dawn starting to affect the skyline, so it's getting like a rather dull blue outside.
I'll get the horse ready.
It must be around an hour before sunrise.
Lunara said that she thinks it's nothing, but it's going to keep bothering her for like the rest of the day.
No shit.
Allegra totally did not believe her when it was nothing.
No, not at all. How is your arm?
How is my arm, Rick?
Seems fine.
Okay. I'm gonna heal it a bit because I think all I did last time was just wash it out and bandage it, but I'm gonna try and actually heal it.
I think you were out of mana, weren't you?
Yeah, I had very little.
Yeah. Okay, roll for how much mana points are you pouring into it? Actually, get your target number first. You've got to get 11, I believe.
Yeah. 10 is my target number for basic
Nice.
heal, I think.
Magic is the shit. Enchantment.
It's confusing.
I got 11. So, how much mana can I put into it? It's
I believe the maximum is 3.
yeah. So 3 then.
Groovy. Roll 3d6, and that's how much health you get back.
If you need any help rebandaging, I can offer assistance.
Oh, I rolled 2 6s. Oh, can't do math. 16.
Groovy. Awesome. So, what do you do
When
next?
we decide to set out, decide we are going to set out, I grab my bag and just drop it next to Bridget's head.
Oh, God.
I turn over and keep sleeping.
Wow. What do you do now?
Your ladyship.
Perception 0. You're not gonna.
0 in perception. Actually, 0 is pretty average. -2 would be like, no, what? No.
What?
You told me I wasn't allowed minus points.
Yeah, I know, because that's what happens, and I don't want that.
I essentially just boot her a little bit until she moves.
I'm probably laughing off in the corner somewhere.
Oh, God.
Oh, what?
While sweetly waking her up with your ladyship. It's almost dawn.
I'm not a lady yet.
Well, I'm sure that's something you'll be working on.
Mm,
You have an elven ruin to show us to.
okay. I'll stagger up.
Oh, no, Mum.
I have a change of clothes in my bag. Can I get changed?
Yes.
Thanks.
Do you
Everyone
do it
turn around.
outside in the cold, or do you get them all to turn around?
They all have
We're all
to
girls
turn
here.
around.
I'm going to go outside and try and wash off some of the mud and blood and things now that it's not raining anymore.
I have spare clothes too, right? Yeah, do I?
Oh my
You've got
god,
at least
stop
one
fucking
spare set, yes.
You're smart. Do I have spare clothes? I don't know.
Let's see. You left it back at the camp. However, Tilda, as Lenara goes outside to try and find some water, thanks to the downpour, there's a lot of buckets and such which have been overfilled, so you have nice, clear rainwater in a few of them.
Oh, nice. I was just going to use the lake, but that's...
Travel packs do actually include traveling clothes.
Exactly.
So I'm going to change out of our top that's marked with the stag.
Yeah, actually. That's what I do.
And while I, without asking people to turn around, because we're all ladies, take off my top, you can see what I don't often uncover or haven't very often in the stags, my arms, which are covered in the tattoos that seem to have a mind of their own and occasionally twitch and move around.
I believe. give her privacy.
Nara's going to go back inside and having seen that everyone else has changed, will do the same thing. Once again, without caring.
I
Because
would ask if anyone else had spare clothes, but I wouldn't want your clothes anyway.
Excellent. After a few short moments, you are clothed in something a bit more drier, a bit more travel friendly, and you're ready to go.
For me.
I've been outside and saddling up the horse, so that's ready to go as well.
At the very least, the horse can carry all your packs, or one of your injured if you had one. Sally forth? Sally forth?
Onwards!
As long as everyone is ready.
Yeah, sure, they're ready. It'll be fine.
Yes.
Anyway.
I'm gonna lean over and whisper to Maria. Are you sure she can lead us there? She was pointing in the wrong direction last night.
I'm hoping she can point in the right direction, even if she can't name it.
Let's hope so.
You know what? I'm a very well-respected scholar.
I just gesture for the two of them to lead the way.
Probably just going to complain at Bridget the whole time about how terrible my sleep was.
I'm going to nod sympathetically.
I'm going to roll my eyes.
You know what? Nobody wants your eyes around here.
But they're so pretty.
Stick with the horse.
What, Lenara?
Oh, no.
I'm going to walk a bit faster. And stomp my feet.
Don't listen to them, Lenara. You're gorgeous. It's fine.
They're awful. They remind me of people from Tevinter, and that is an impressive feat.
Wow! She's calling us slavers.
I have met a couple of Orlesian traders that have come to Ravane, but I get the impression this is the furthest these two have ever been from home.
Your trip, by the way, since you're now on it, leads into the woods to the east, off the beaten path, and into the foliage. It's still a bit dark, and although it stopped raining, there's a lot of rivulets and drips coming down from the higher forest canopy above you. I would like you all to roll 8 dice for. Let's see. Dum, 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 dum. I do believe that would be cunning. Yes. I believe cunning for navigation, please. I'm going to take an average from everyone. So it's basically cunning, +2 if you have navigation, or if you have anything which may or may not help. Say, for example,
How many dice?
I got a double 6.
3
No, how many dice?
All three.
it's always 3, except for when you're rolling damage. Which is nothing you're
And
going to
then
do with
add
Oh,
our
goodness.
country.
Then you add your cunning, and if you have a focus in navigation, you get the +2.
14.
And if you have a compass, you get +1. Because there.
Oh, 15.
Now that's a good roll. I have nothing plus, and I got a 16.
Wow.
Oh.
Nice. I got
Nice.
10.
I have good cunning
I got a
and
double 1.
Jesus, Becca. God. All right, so
I got a double 6.
15. Matilda got 10.
Oh, I rolled a double 4.
Nice. That's very cool, actually. Okay, so that's going to be an average of about 13. You got some doubles there as well, which means, let me just work this out.
You ruined my awesome score, you guys.
I got a double 2. I don't know if that makes a difference, but
I got a double 5, so
Did everyone get a double?
yeah.
seems like it.
Jesus. The exploration stunts are a bit naff, to be fair, but what I will do is pluck 1 from its reaches, which is called the upper hand. Now, it plays out bit like this. As you're wandering through the woods, it seems for a second like Bridget has no idea where she's going. However, just at the last minute, a very careful Allegra just moves her ever so slightly to the right, and then all of a sudden, right, she's moves in the right direction. And before you know it, you are approaching this rather ornate-looking elvish tower, which has been taken over by growth. Just the green mossy is covering it mostly. Had you not deviated at the last second, you might have even missed it. The whole thing is completely ruined. However, it still stands impossibly high and maintained with a certain structure, which must have been constructed by probably magical means. The rocks are fused together.
All right,
And it stretches a good 14 stories high into the forest canopy. And looking up, you can see not only many gargoyle-like constructions of wolves and ravens and all manner of other animals, but at the very top, you see what looks like a rather large platform, just like a circle around the top. There is a door to the front of this, which seems to be made of some sort of shimmering bronze. On top of the, or rather, covering this bronze door is some strange mosaic of all these bejeweled things. Some of them have been pried loose, but it's still giving this rather graphic image of what looks like a many-eyed wolf.
The tower we're thinking of, was it elven as well?
The one that you originally saw that mirror in, the one where Brit got killed. No, that was not an elvish tower per se. That was more of a just a very old ruin.
So other than the fact that it was a tall tower with a mirror, it doesn't seem similar to us.
Not really. The one you were in last it was literally just one story up. It was part of a bigger castle that had been destroyed over time. This is something else entirely. This is old. In fact, if these two scholars would likely do a lore off and see who wins, so we're going to need 3 dice plus your cunning, plus anything in ancient history. I will accept cultural history as well because I'm nice.
I have historical law, so I'm guessing that.
That'll work as well. Yes, yes.
Then plus cunning. Yes.
16.
19. I think.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Who said that? 19?
Me.
Oh God. Okay, hold on.
I think it's 19.
Can Bridget beat that?
No.
Ah! Oh, me.
Not my specialization.
What you do know is that this 19 plus you have the law talent as well. Jesus.
That was including the law.
No, but you have the law talent.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I got 19 last time.
The other law thing.
I can roll well when it's not in combat.
There are rumors which discuss the ancient elven civilization, as being one which did not walk the lands between the cities. There's been much speculation regarding these towers that dot the landscape, which have, on occasion, smashed mirrors and things on them. It's been theorized by countless rather debunked historians who've been deemed either mad or stupid that these places could very well be holding some sort of magical connection, like way stations, to something else, something called the Crossroads.
Well, if it's a debunked and mad theory, then of course Gigi knows it.
Burn!
Did you say that the tower was crumbling? But still standing?
Holes in it. Yeah. There are some holes in it, but it's still standing.
They use this tower is. They use this sort of magic and divinity to maintain the buildings which they've long since, in other places which long since would have crumbled away.
That's really interesting.
Is this the kind of magic that needs continual adding to, or is it something else that it manages to stand on its own without?
As far as I know, they have to maintain it. It takes many mages to do so. Maybe this is a different sort, but
I've always heard the elves were something else.
I suppose they must have been.
So, do we? Can we walk around and see if there's any signs of whatever came out coming further outside the tower?
It was one man. He wasn't going.
Well,
very
if they killed,
far.
Where did the dwarves that you keep referring to come from then?
It was very sudden, and we were distracted
can we
by
see
the dead
signs
man.
of the dwarf?
I think they were inspired.
Probably from below. I don't know. We were high up.
Can we
This
check
can
around the
make
outside
no
of the
sense
tower?
whatsoever.
If the dwarves
I
were
mean,
there,
like,
if they're coming
It
from...
makes perfect sense. Unless they materialized out of midair, then of course they came from below. Sherlock. He doesn't know who Sherlock is.
Or Legion Sherlock.
Ah, yes, so the Elysian Sherlock, the crime-fighting debonair, who is not very well known thanks to his opium habit.
I researched him for my thesis.
So as far as you can tell, after walking around the tower, there's only one entrance to this thing. Whatever happened, as they describe it, happened upstairs, on top there.
How did you escape if the dwarves came from downstairs?
Very
We
good point.
left a little earlier.
Were you outside the tower? I don't follow your story at all.
So, what happened? Please try and keep up. I know we speak fast. But what happened? We were standing in front of the elven mirror. It was extremely beautiful and we were very interested. And then all of a sudden the thing lights up, it goes weirdly purple. A man comes pitching through it, looking
And dies.
completely white and very, very traumatized, and then promptly croaks before we can ask him any questions, which wasn't very helpful. But anyway, we then went, oh goodness, a man has died in front of our very eyes. This is very traumatizing. I don't really want to stay here, you know. So at this point, I grabbed Gigi's hand. We walked down the stairs, very civilized manner. We were outside trying to catch some fresh air, trying to, you know, pull ourselves together. When a band of dwarves started marching past, we thought, oh, very strange to see dwarves out here. They weren't part of the crew. I haven't seen them before. We saw them go up the tower, and then we heard screams from above as our whole group was massacred, at which point we promptly left again. Got
Okay,
it?
forgive me for not understanding before. I'm going to walk over to the doorway and using my staff, just kind of, provided it opens inwards, if not, this is going to be really awkward, like, prod the doorway open.
Wicked. Does anyone go with her towards the door?
Yes.
Who's that?
Maria.
Hello, Maria.
Blade on.
Yeah, I'm
Blade.
going with as well. I tether the horse a bit away and
The horse seems okay with this. As you get close to the door, you see something you've never seen before, which is that Lenara's eyes glow a very strong white. And you don't notice this, Lenara. As far as you're concerned, you just business as usual. However, when you tap the doorway, it doesn't just go inwards, it folds in on itself. As in, when it moves, it just disintegrates by sections. All of these mosaic tiles simply fold in and in and in, becoming impossible. They literally just reduce into a null space. There's a slight sound of screeching metal as it does so, as if it hasn't done it in a while. Suddenly there are lots of green fires illuminating the darkness inside this small tower's circumference.
I'm furiously scribbling in my notebook.
I reach out and grab Lenara by the shoulder.
Lenara's already staggering backwards, so the help from Maria is appreciated.
Suddenly,
Allegra's hand is on her other shoulder, making sure that
white light in her eyes is gone.
And the fires.
And the fires are still roaring. Whatever she's done seems to have stuck.
What did you just do, Lenara?
I didn't do any. Did I touch the door with my staff, or did I just get near it?
She just got near it.
I mean, you do know when you're using magic, right?
Yes, it's a conscious effort to cast anything.
Do you feel flushed?
No.
Did you feel some sort of connection with your history?
No, I don't. I think you are making assumptions purely based upon my ears.
I start scribbling that in my book as well. We don't make assumptions. We merely work off the evidence that we're provided.
So, this is really not my area. Lenora, what do you think?
Can I touch the green fire?
As she walks forward, I just sort of also grab her and pull her back.
Don't touch anything.
Not a good idea.
Can I mean, it's not like I've studied magic, but can I in some way try and figure out what's going on? I don't know.
Well, has anyone described it to you yet? Has anyone told you what happens to your eyes?
No.
I mean, if you weren't doing that, then what? Why did it react to you like that? Why did you react to it like that?
I didn't do anything. I don't. What are you talking about?
Your eyes were glowing.
They were what?
They were white.
That's that. How is that possible?
That's what I'm wondering too.
Can I touch the fire?
Yes.
Thank you.
The rumors they say about veil fire is true. It doesn't burn.
I wave my hand through it more and then start scribbling in my notebook.
Tilda, roll a magic. Oh no, it's arcane law, isn't it? Yeah, roll arcane law. Arcane law?
In cunning.
Is that cunning?
Yeah.
That's
I
under.
don't have a special. I don't have a special focus in that.
What? You call yourself a mage?
Study.
She's not a trained mage, though.
She had no means to study.
Book. Oh my god.
That's the only reason I was asking if she knew when she was using magic. I've seen untrained mages before.
Yeah, 12.
It's okay. If you come with us, then we can get you in the library and you can read some stuff.
In the circle.
I'm
In
sure Lenara would fit in great in Orlais.
12.
You don't really know anything about what just happened. You're not familiar with anything like that happening before. Could it be an elvish thing? Could be. You are like, the elf of the group. And this is an elvish
But we
creature.
shouldn't make assumptions based on your ears.
Wow.
I was going to take a very deep, slow breath and just kind of turn away from Bridget.
Can I just point out, by the way, that Imogen is actually rolling?
Now I've seen Bridget with her hand. What? Now I've seen Bridget with her hand in it. Can I actually approach the fire as well and just see what kind of magic it feels like? In that I have been surrounded by magic, unlike other people in Thedas.
You've, in your time in Ravane, actually, you've probably seen this light in a few of your... I won't say because it's your background story, but there has been someone in your life who used this trick as part of her routine, which is essentially a heatless flame, usually used to discern runes or old markings of elvish origin. But it has also been found to be very good at finding, or rather enhancing, other magical means in the right hands. It's also pretty neat and adds to like an effect to anyone who's not familiar with it, because it illuminates the dark, which is nice. In this case, the interior of this tower has within it a seemingly recently constructed. There is actually a rope ladder going all the way to the top. However, what seems to have been constructed, as in the last couple of hours, like last 8 hours, a rather expertly crafted wooden staircase.
You're welcome.
All around. The handmanship is phenomenal. There's also sawdust everywhere, and the idle iron tool here and there with a few dwarven runes on it.
I'll carefully start making my way up the stairs.
Now, would you mind rolling a perception hearing bonus?
Who?
Yes, please.
Anyone who's going up those stairs right now.
I was about to say that I was going to follow her, so.
Yeah. Gotta get in there quick, you know.
12.
11?
11!
13.
19.
Jesus Christ.
That's my
Oh, no.
specialty. I mean, come on.
13! I forgot I have a focus in hearing, so 13.
I love this. Tilda's like, 13! And Anna's like, 19, whatever, bitch.
I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, right. Well, what they say about elves with their ears is obviously a bullshit, because this human stops.
I'm just still annoyed, and I'm not paying any attention. It's Bridget's fault.
You're working too hard on blocking out Bridget.
Allegra hears Dwarvish at the top of the stairs. It takes a while to get up, by the way, but you can hear echoing down. The dwarves are still here, further up.
I motion to the others to be quiet and slowly back down again.
Your way upwards is essentially dependent on either the rope ladder or this constructed circular staircase that they've made going all the way up to the top. What's curious about it as well is it's got a series of flat areas, presumably to help load or unload things. So this might well be the way that they are thinking of bringing down anything that's heavy from upstairs. From the sounds of things as well, it looks like they've already started work. However, although they haven't noticed you yet, these floorboards may creak under the wrong kind of feet, so it's going to be a stealth check.
No.
But since you rolled so well for your exploration, not only was there no one on guard because you got there at a good time, but you also get, if anything does kick off, you're going to get a +3 bonus to your initiative roll because they're going to be caught off guard regardless.
Nice. I guess we're sneaking up then.
Who is with us?
Do we all-
Is it just
all
three,
go?
or is Gigi and Bridget coming with?
All this staircase
I'm wait.
takes a good few minutes, so you got to think about that as well. This is like 14 stories up.
If we're still stopped on the stairs, I'm gonna. Are we going upstairs to fight them, or are we going upstairs to ask them what's going on?
I would very much prefer talking and getting answers, but I'm going to be careful because we don't know what they are here for.
Or how many of them there are.
I
Or
mean,
that.
they killed a lot of people.
Yes, we hadn't forgotten that part.
Good.
So, I mean, I don't exactly want to put my weapons away.
I think it's time for a knit and natter, is all I'm saying.
You're outside.
Seen many knitting dwarves.
I came up.
Oh, did you? Are you gonna wait?
We all went up.
Yeah, I'm not going much further.
Lenara's gonna keep going up the stairs as quietly as possible.
Yeah, Allegra is as well.
Keep going. Carefully.
So who's in front? The staircase is wide enough for 2 people abreast.
I'm taking point at least.
Yes. And who is next?
Me, I guess, because I said it next, I suppose.
Okay, so that's
And then me close up behind.
Becca, and then the two, the what are they called? The comedy act. It literally is. You guys are the like. One of you is Jack Black, and the other one is. Oh my word, Chris Walker or something. Yeah, oh, Chris Tucker. That's it. Anyways,
Imogen is nobody but Imogen.
that Imogen. I'll make it a thing. Anna, could you roll a stealth check?
Yes, I can.
And Tilda, if you wouldn't mind rolling one as well.
Not me.
No.
12.
I got a 14.
Nice. Cool. There's a brief moment when Tilda puts her foot down on the floorboard and it creaks slightly. Everyone freezes. But nothing seems to happen. So you continue. You reach a certain point as this stairwell comes up to a caved-in part of the roof. It seems that this way tower was never meant to be scaled. Whatever it was designed for was to simply hold something in the air. I don't know why there's no staircase. Maybe they had other means of getting up and down. Maybe they never bothered. Regardless, around this last bend will bring you in line of sight of wherever the voices are coming from. And as you get closer, you start to make out some of the voices. Odin! Odin, will you stop prying that damn thing out? By the stone! If we don't get this out, we're not going to make any deals with the Dalish. You want to make deals with the Dalish? Maybe you should make deals with the floor the long way down. Ah, don't you start on me. You hear a bit of a scuffle, and then they all start cheering. Eventually, one of them makes a grunt sound, and you hear someone fall to the floor. And then you hear another person spitting. That'll teach you a picking on the prize, you. You stone-eating blighter. Get back to work. And you hear the sound of dwarves heaving and hoeing. Hi-ho! Sorry.
Any dwarves.
So you're all there, stood in a line just around the corner from where these dwarves are acting. Whispering might be an idea. But what do you want to do?
Shall we try talking to them?
I suppose so.
All right. Let's do this.
Sounds like, if anything, they're just here to find something opportune, make some money. Hopefully that's their only aim.
Cool. Who goes first? Do you want to just go as you are?
Yeah, I'm going in first.
Yeah, let's not be sneaky because that conveys the wrong kind of intent.
Yeah, I'm just strolling in like I just happened up on the staircase and just walking in like, oh, people, cool.
Oh, hi.
Why, hello there.
Your party, borrowing the courage from Allegra, walks inside, straight up onto the top part of this tower. The view, by the way, is splendid. You haven't actually realized this, but while you've been inside, dawn has risen. And to the east, the sun rises with this blazing crescent cutting across the trees, all to the east. You're almost blinded by it for a second, but up on top of this tower, there is literally nothing more than this beautifully carved oval shape. In front of you, right where the voices are coming from, is a group of around 5 dwarfs, one of which is now dead with a pickaxe in his head. The other 4 are currently all surrounding this rather large mirror. It's big enough for a cart to go through. And there's one who has his hands on his hips, who's basically screaming at them to keep working and such. Behind you, as you're coming up, you notice that there's another mirror, but this one has seemingly exploded, causing this black charred crater around it. And as you watch, you notice that there's this faint heat blur coming from that crater with the occasional strike of pink or purple lightning. Eventually, as you all start coming up the stairs, you make enough racket for the head dwarf to turn around. What the?
This place is gorgeous. I love it. Who would have known this was out here?
With a grunt, he pulls the pickaxe out of the dead dwarf's head. You stay back. You stay right back.
We mean you no harm.
Yeah, no, we're not here to fight. We were just looking around and happened upon this place.
While Allegra's talking, can I look around and see if I can see the dead guy anywhere? Not the dead dwarf, the one that Bridget and
It's not hard to see him actually, because it's rather, compared to the dwarves, he's a rather tall human. He seems to have died a while ago now. He's very stiff, although you can definitely make out the standard uniform for one of the Stag's reconnaissance troops.
In front of the exploded mirror or the
non-exploded mirror. It looks like the dwarves have turned out his pockets as well.
Damn it.
Also, I forgot to mention, heaped up against one of the sides of the walls is around 7 or 8 corpses of dead humans belonging to, I presume, the 2 excavation teams belonging to both Gigi and Bridget. Just haphazardly lumped into a rather large pile. Again, their pockets and everything else turned open.
I look over to Bridget and Gigi to see if A, they seem to recognize these people, and B, that they're not going to go.
Yeah, we.
They're halfway
I
down.
heard that Janine only got such a good grade because she's been having relations with the tutor.
Wow, so inappropriate.
Come back to Bridget and Gigi and see they're not there and breathe a sigh of relief.
Just gossiping downstairs, not even that quietly.
How do you think they're getting on? They've been an awfully long time.
I hope they're not dead too.
Guys!
Oh, bloody hell.
Twice if you're alive.
You've got 5 seconds to start explaining yourself. And then 10 seconds to get the stone out of here.
As I said, we just stumbled upon this place. We didn't know there was anyone here.
Well,
We
you
were
did.
driving all night and through the rain, and we just saw a tower and thought perhaps it could offer some shelter. There was nobody downstairs.
I mean, this place has a roof. That's more than we've seen in quite a while.
As you said, there's no one downstairs. The dwarf, who seems to be a lieutenant of some kind, rolls the dead dwarf off the edge. Just bundle, 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 kick. And then he flops down to the bottom with this sickening slap of a thud. Well, now there's someone downstairs.
A very dead someone, I would say.
I feel like I might have to roll to stop myself screaming.
Do it. You have self-discipline, I believe.
I do. I have self-discipline.
I do not.
What, he rolled him down the stairs or down off the...
Off the edge.
Just off the edge, yeah.
Off the edge.
Wait, so off the edge outside of the tower?
Yep.
I got 20 in self-discipline.
Nice.
And
This is,
that's
it's
a
not
double
even- yeah.
We
6
can't
as
see
well.
that though, can we? Can we?
Probably not.
He
Actually,
was
no,
screaming at shadows.
Just screaming at anything.
Boys! Boys! Get over here. The other dwarves stop messing around with the mirror and start forming up behind him. There's 4 of them in total, him and 3 of the other niggas. This tower is being laid claim to by the dwarves of Orzammar. Now you best be leaving peacefully while you still have lives to be peaceful with.
I mean, we do still need shelter. Couldn't you take some mercy upon us and just let us rest here?
Not up here. Who the... What? A nung's fucking shit bricks. Why would you take your rest up on top of this thing? Go
Have
downstairs.
you seen the view? This place is gorgeous.
He spits on the floor. I get the feeling you're not really interested in the view. So I'm going to ask you one last time. His hand tightens around the pickaxe. Best be going now.
I look over to Mireia and Lenara. What do you say? Do we want to go? Or do we want to take a rest here?
I think we should stay.
I think that's a good choice.
Lovely view, good company.
Can I just ask, who else is up on this platform? It's Tilda, Anna, and...
Mireia.
Mireia. Angelica, Eliza.
No.
Cool.
We're still gossiping in the
And the two
stairs.
scholars are down the steps, basically going, I wonder if they're okay. Roll initiative.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Where is initiative? Decker.
Basically, for initiative, you roll 3 dice, always with the 3. Add your dexterity, plus, if you have it, the focus and initiative. I need my battle
Did you
book.
say we got a +3 from the exploration thing?
Yeah, you did. Well remembered.
16 then.
Right, what we're going to do is we're going to tally down the initiatives. Then we're going to take a quick toilet break. Let's see. 16 for who?
Lenara.
Allegra.
Allegra got 17.
Allegra. And Maria.
I also got 16.
Who wants to go first out of you two? Because you got Lenara on 16 and you got Maria on 16.
I'm fine with whatever you want to do.
Reroll lightning round.
Who's got the highest dex of you two?
Not me. I've got 1.
I've got 3.
You then.
I'd say Maria goes first then.
That's fair.
Okay, and for the 2 scholars,
Mhm.
what was your initiative?
Oh, I'm wrong.
They're gossiping. They don't know they're doing anything.
You're amazing.
So it's the throw and then plus dexterity, yeah?
Yes.
And
What
initiative if you
about
have it.
doubles?
I don't have that.
Doubles don't help in this case, unfortunately.
Well,
I'm gonna add my calligraphy skill.
Yeah, sure. Write about it in the news.
13.
Write them to
Then I
death.
seduce the initiative.
Yes.
And I roll seduction.
We should have had you do the talking. Maybe you could have seduced the dwarf. I mean, it worked last time.
Maria's thing.
No, I have a good track record.
13.
yeah, that was 12.
Allegra's a bit too straightforward.
Right, 13 for who?
Me. Imogen. It is I.
I, Leclerc. 13, which is for Bridget.
And
And
12.
what did Gigi get?
12.
12. You know what? I just realized what that noise is. I've still got the tabletop sound audio running with the fireplace. There we go. That's better. Jesus. That was very annoying. Right.
You need to have a nice betrayal raven picture to put up for the.
Trail! I don't, because I don't know how to do that.
I should make you one.
Can you fix it on your screen?
Just take a big cloth and just put it in front of the...
In front of the camera.
Hey, that's what Critical Role used to do, you know. They just aim the camera at something and just switch to that camera.
Yep.
Let's see. That dude is going to get 6, 7, 8, 9 initiative, which is these balls.
This is going to go well.
Yeah.
Of course it
you
is.
sit downstairs and just kind of like, did you hear that?
Was that clanging? What's going on?
Banging
I think I hear people screaming.
Rolled 20 for skull.
Oh look, a dwarf just rolled past.
Wicked. All right, people. Quick lunch break and tea break. Reconvene back in a minute or 2.
Ooh, tea, you say?
Nom, nom,
Put
nom.
my pot of tea on.
Let's go and get your P's and your T's. I'm going to sing the pee-pee song.
Go get British. Okay, back in a moment.
Back in the tea. Oh, God, my legs. I'm a Scouser. I'm a Scouser. It feels real good because it bloody well should. I'm a Scouser. I'm a Scouser. Oh, I'm the only one who forgot to switch
Speaking of
up.
critical role,
Mike. What? Who's talking?
that was me.
All right.
Me, you know the one.
With your little husky cup. Oh. I'm too old to be doing things like
Speaking of Critical Role, I was watching it at work today, and someone came in to deliver a box of sample containers for me, and he said, "That's a good show. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see that."
I have tea.
Yay!
Not enough.
that. Never enough.
That
Never.
teapot is the size of your head.
I have iced tea. It's good. In a unicorn cup.
I actually drank a liter of tea just before. Oh, I'm good. All right. Now,
Oh look, Facebook's reminded me of an event today. Stags, a scholar's promise.
Sounds lame.
I think we found the scholars.
But what is their promise?
I promise to love you forever, Tilda. No? Okay, silent.
Love you too, Imogen.
have I pointed out, by the way, that the way Imogen's playing this character right now really reminds me of when she was drunk during the con in London. Literally is drunk. She's basically playing. But she's like, no. Now, Richard, you need to, Richard.
Did I call you Richard?
Yeah, several times.
Really? I wish I'd seen that.
I can't remember that.
Yeah, I know. Don't get me wrong, you weren't as bad as Mariana. I'm sorry, but it was a fun night. It was good.
How did you get so drunk?
One step at a time.
My mum's making dinner because she's a darling, so I'm going to have dinner in a minute. As in, she's going to bring it in here and I'm going to eat it.
Right in front of us, like an animal.
I told my parents I didn't eat dinner because I had it when I came in, and they apparently didn't pay attention, so they're making it anyway, which means I can have it for lunch tomorrow.
Oh no, I'm on my 3G.
Oh no.
Ta-da!
YOLO.
Speaking of YOLO, if everyone's ready.
Ready for this to be the end of our short, sad lives. Taking on far too much.
We really are YOLO crew.
Despite
Yes, I'm gonna say.
that is definitely going to be a thing. Despite the fact that the dwarves seemed ready, I guess they really didn't expect the three of you would challenge them. They didn't think much.
Nice.
So you get the jump on them, even as they're trying to get ready for combat. Trying to draw breath, get at the will to fight. You're already basically amongst them. You're already making the attack. The first person being, of course, the unstoppable Allegra.
Oh, yes.
She did say so.
You basically have standing before you in a standard line of 4. One right in front of you is the lieutenant. They're all armed with what look like pickaxes, and they may have what seem to be grenades.
Well, close that gap quick. Yes, motherfuck. Let me charge them. I'll charge the lieutenant if I can.
We lost Imogen.
No, I'm still here. Sorry.
I was only kidding about you eating like an animal in front of us. I don't really care.
No, I'm just trying to sort out my Wi-Fi rather than 3G.
Anyway, Allegra, what would you like to kill?
I would like to kill the lieutenant.
Cool. You gonna charge?
Yes.
Excellent behavior. Roll your dexterity attack. Can I get some cool music going, actually?
Find the rule book again.
That is a 19 to hit.
19.
No. 21.
Cool. That's pretty goddamn good. Did you get any doubles?
I got 3 5s, so yes.
Nice.
So I'm going to use Dual Strike
Cool.
and hit the guy next to him as well.
Cool. You basically roll that one attack counts as your attack for both of them. Being a 19 as well, you easily get the defense on the guy, the lieutenant who you heard being called Oben, on the whistle, and the guy next to him. Now you roll to damage,
Yeah.
which I believe with a short sword is going to be D6
D6 plus
plus 1 plus your strength.
1 plus your strength. What is my strength? So that is a plus 3 then. That's 6 damage on the lieutenant and 7 damage on the other guy.
Cool. Now it's going to be the.
Alchemist.
Cool. Although your blades are getting, like, going for their lethal points, they keep clinking against the dwarven armor. You haven't managed to cause that much damage. Although you've definitely gotten their attention now. Ooh. Cool. Combat music. Hey.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
You can hear that.
Vaguely. But yes.
There we go. Now, that's going to move straight on to either Maria or Lenara. You guys can decide.
With Maria because of the higher dexterity.
Everything you need. Are people within melee range, or do we have to move?
Well, you're a few feet away, so you get to do a charge.
Okay. Can't use dual weapons in the first attack then.
Well, yeah, you can. Your charge is your major. Use minor action to do the activate dual weapon style, and then use your major action to do a charge, which is basically charge and combat.
Charge and combat. Okay. Then yes.
And the yeah.
Rick knows.
Rick knows, or he makes it up. Either way, I'm right.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, cool. Means she gets +2 on the charge, which is great. First of all, let's see if you hit. Roll your dice.
Do I add anything? I
You
got
got
double
one.
6.
You got double 6. I trust
I
you
got
guys so much.
6 and a 1.
Oh,
13.
oh. 13. Who are you attacking, by the way? The lieutenant or one of those stooges?
I'm gonna go for a stooge.
All right. Remember to use your focus, and if you're using dual wield, you get a bonus from that as well.
I do, I just need to find it.
It's fine. You get a +1 from the dual wield, and you get +2 if you have light blades as a focus, which make
Oh, I do have light blades. Wait, so do I add dexterity and light blades, or just light blades?
both. A focus.
Oh, okay.
Bonus, yeah.
In that case, 18.
Yeah. Remember, if you have a tick in the box and it's relevant, +2. Simple as. That's good as well. Otherwise, you would have missed. However, you managed to get a good strike on the guy. Roll damage. Oh, you got doubles as well. Boom. What was the dragon die? Was it a 6 or a 1?
It was a 1. The dragon die was the 1.
The dragon die was the 1. Well, you're a rogue, which means you get pierce armor as a 1-point stunt, doesn't you?
Yes.
Yes. Which means if you use it on that, then their armor is halved.
Immediately miss out or move. Yeah, I'll go with that one.
So now you roll damage.
I'm only using one weapon.
Yes.
2.
Plus your strength.
3.
Cool. That was pathetic. So that's 3 in total. Why bother?
Knew I should have used the short sword. Damn it, Bryn! With your fancy daggers.
Can't blame the daggers.
Totally blame the daggers. But at least she's in range now to do a bluff the next turn.
Yeah.
Lanara, as what you see before you is the two fighters in your group dive into the dwarves and start clinking their daggers, trying to find a way through the armor.
Can I cast Flame Blast without hitting my friends?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to use Arcane Bolt and I'm going to aim it at the lieutenant.
Cool. Groovy. Go for it.
Okay. Oh god. My target number is 11. I don't know whether that's...
That's target number to get the spell off, and then I get the chance to dodge it.
Okay.
Do you have the details of the spell there in front of you? Like any mage should.
No!
God. Seriously? You learn nothing from Akalia? You need a grimoire, yo.
I do, yeah. I've been a bit preoccupied with, like, finishing uni.
That's not important.
Sure, that real life is more important to you. Yeah. I'll find it. It's okay. It's all right. It's what I do, yo. I find things.
I've got it.
Bollocks. Just found it.
The test is dexterity with an acrobatics focus. And it's versus my spell power.
Oh, bollocks. All right, let's see. This guy is not athletic. Quick, dodge! Any of the lieutenants? Yes. Dex. Yeah, that's a 14.
He beats it because my spell power is only 13.
He still takes damage though, doesn't he?
Inflicts 1d6. So yes.
Roll 1d6.
3.
3. Yes. The arcane lance strikes him in the chest plate, causing the metal to warp and tear, but it doesn't go through.
Made a nice hole for you, Allegra.
Battle is joined. From where you're hiding, the two scholars, who basically goes in order of Bridget and then Gigi, you hear the commotion upstairs as your new friends are taking the dwarves. What would you like to do, Bridget?
Can I try... If I storm straight up the stairs, will I be in the right position to do a bluff?
No, you need to start the turn adjacent to your opponent. However, they're kind of busy, so you may actually be able to move and then try and charge with an intent to do a backstab.
I don't want to get that close to them.
Do you have any throwing weapons? Did you choose a bow or a crossbow, or did you choose not to be armed?
I'm not armed.
So would you like to throw your shoe at them?
So if I kind of charged up the stairs and shouted something, I wouldn't be able to distract them in order for Allegra to then hit them the next turn.
I think you should be able to do that, yeah?
Okay, so my plan is I charge up the stairs, and when at the top of the stairs I yell, "Oh, by Branka, what the hell are all these dusters doing here?"
Oh, wow. This should be
That's amazing.
There should be a new focus called Irritate.
It's called performance, darling.
Wow, yeah, let's go with performance. Go with it. Roll communications.
Becca, I sent you a few stats for the daggers and the short swords in the chat.
Oh,
other chat.
Okay. Okay. That's do doubles count here?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
Anyway,
So that's a 21.
Uh-huh. Wow. Okay, let's see if the dwarf can regain his composure. Ooh. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. This is the lieutenant you're throwing this at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's looking at face to face with Allegra, looking rather bemused at the fact that no one seems to be able to hurt him. And then he hears your insult. Duster! You! Oh, you! Which is going to give Allegra a bonus to hit next turn.
I have a question.
Yes.
The staff that I'm using,
Yes.
it's 1d6 plus 1 damage, so should my damage have been 4 instead of 3?
Yes.
Okay, then. 4
Just. Wait, no, you didn't. You fired an arcane bolt. It's nothing to do with the strength of the staff in combat. The arcane bolt is its own stats.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, it's just deal with it. A dwarf dodged your attack. Oh my god, he jumps like 1 centimeter. Oh.
I love you, Tilda.
Tilda is like utterly amazing at healing, but useless at everything else. Like in her heart, she doesn't actually want to hurt anyone. Poor thing.
I'm
Right,
just
I think
at the top of the stairs with my cup of tea, shouting insults.
I say, your mother was ugly, wasn't she?
Insulting their culture. Well-educated insult.
Your mother
I
was...
heard your mother was sleeping with the duster back down the alley.
Oh! Oh! Run away. Gigi, your turn.
I guess I'd follow Rigid up. I have my weapon, right?
Yes.
I'm actually armed.
You are armed. You are with a rapier.
You don't have clothes, but you're armed. I like your priority.
I feel like I'd just go to the nearest one when I go through the door and be like, on guard!
Okay. Oh dear me. Do you want to try and like sneak around him and go, "I'm gone!" Stab and poke him in the butt or something?
Yes!
That's not honourable. You have to.
It's not the time for honour!
Groovy. All right. First of all, you do a move, and then you do charge action as your major action because you have a minor and a major in your turn.
Okay.
And because you're a rogue and you're advancing upon an enemy, you get the chance to try and sneak up on the bugger. So you roll a dexterity stealth check. So you roll your dex. If you have stealth as a focus, which you don't, you normally get a +2 on top of your dex. You don't. So you roll 3 dice and add your dexterity to it.
I got a double 1.
What was the third dice?
4.
Thank Christ for that. Okay, so that's 6 plus your dexterity of...
3.
Really?
9.
Right, so you got 7. All right. Okay.
Didn't I get? Is it not 6 plus? I don't know how it works.
Guess what?
What?
Look, check this out. I want to put this down to the fact that there is this tea-swilling lunatic who's insults of the world, literally calmly sipping tea from nowhere, just like say, and all the rest of it. So, if anyone's watching, while this big bizarre show is going on, they see this rather timid-looking scholar roaring this thin race, and then literally going into Skyrim stealth mode, going, crouching, moving on the back of this dwarf who's currently trying to fight.
It's probably a huge dress as well, like.
Now, when you attack, you get
slightly damp.
Russell.
So roll your dexterity to attack this time. You get do you have a focus in light blades? I don't think you do you? Perhaps something to purchase later. Anyway, yes, go for it.
I got
Cocoa Power Chi-Chi.
10. I got a double 2.
I'm sorry, I didn't expect Imogen's little head because she's taken up like 1/5 of her camera space. It's just tiny Imogen head, like Cocoa Power Chi-Chi. Brilliant. That's brilliant. This is so amazing. Where are we? Oh dear. You get +2, and is it possible? Can I make this work for you? Or... Oh, you're charging, aren't you? So you get pluses for that as well. So you get 15 on the charge. Because you got +2 because you're backstabbing. You got +2 because you're charging. And that's just enough. That's 14. Yeah, cool. So you hit miraculously. Now you get to roll your normal damage, which is the rapier is a d6 +1 plus your strength, plus another d6. So roll 2 dice and add your strength +1.
Add my strength +1.
Yes.
8. So I got a double 3.
You got 8 in total, was that?
I think so. I
Yeah.
got a double 3 when I rolled it.
What was your dragon dice, though? What was the off dice?
How many dice? I think I only rolled 2 dice. How many dice did I roll?
This is on the damage direct.
When you rolled originally for the 3 attacks, you said you had a double?
1.
It was a
Oh, yeah, double 1.
one. That was right. Yeah.
And a 4.
Yeah. Right. So, because you're a rogue, you get to do something called Pierce Armor for a stun, cheaper than normal. Normally, it costs 2 stun points. You have 1 stun point to spend. You get to basically buy that stun for that, which means that whoever you're stabbing, their armor value is halved, rounded down.
Okay.
Because you're basically sticking them up the jacksie or something.
Yeah.
And my axe! Yeah. But then you basically get to hurt them more. So you got 8. This guy's armor is technically... Just find the damn thing. Jesus Christ. Yes. You your rapier goes straight into the guy's butt cheek, at which point the dwarf goes, and then whaps the rapier as you go, oh yeah, let's pull it out and yank it out. The dwarf in question, however, just took 6 damage.
How?
That was the most insane. You don't deserve that. I don't know what just happened. You don't deserve that. Right, Owen, the lieutenant, is desperately trying to get at Allegra. At Bridget, but Allegra's still on his way, so he's going to have to go through there. But he's distracted.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro. Show us what you got.
Yes.
So it's going to be strength. Cool. Oh, Christ. Yeah, that's going to be 16 to hit. What's your defense value?
13, so yeah, that hits.
Well, that's a total hit. Let's see. That is also going to be +5. Yeah, because it's a bonus in it. Cool. 2d6 plus 5. 14 damage.
Holy macaroni. Let's see.
Yep. His big ass pickaxe comes down right on you. How much armor do you have, by the way?
4.
4. So you take 10 damage after the armor deduction.
Yeah.
The pickaxe goes clipping the side of your thigh, taking a bit of the armor and cloth away and leaving a rather nasty welt of a gouge that instantly starts bleeding. The pickaxe goes straight into the floor and he yanks it out immediately, drawing some of the white moss-covered stone with it. Then it's going to be the diggers. One turns around to the one who got poked in the butt by Gigi turns around and swings his pickaxe at her, getting 13. What's your defense value, Gigi? I believe it was 12, wasn't it?
13.
13. Oh, he just managed to hit you. Jeez. This is going to be so nasty. You take... Stop crying. I haven't even hit you yet. Okay, now I've hit you. That's 13 damage. So you take 13 hit points because somebody said, I don't need all of them. I got fancy clothing. That was... Oh, I just saw my face. That was terrible.
So what happens?
You take 13 hit points.
Okay.
The other two, one of them is going to go after Allegra as well, who gets 13. Was that a hit?
Yep. I got 13 defense.
His palpable hit. and manages to score 11 to damage.
So that is 7 damage. Okay.
Yes. And finally, the last one, who is seeing all of this go on, attacks his opponent, who turns out to be the rogue. So the rogue's in front of him, which is Maria. That's it, Maria. Maria. I'm so
And
bad.
I was so proud of you at the start there.
Right. Oh, I suck.
You've got it a couple of times.
It's more than usual. Not usual.
12. Does 12 hit Mariah?
No, it's my defense, right?
Yes.
No.
What's your defense?
13.
Damn rogues. And their dodginess. Cool. That's all the diggers. That's pretty cool. We're going to go right back to the top for the second round, which is going to be Allegra. You may now bluff if you so choose.
I cannot because I'm not a rogue.
You may not for what? Oh, you're not a rogue. Ah, you're a warrior, ain't you?
Yes, I am.
You're another breed of bastard. Let's
Oh,
see.
yes. Yes, I
go
am.
for it.
I'm just going to hack away at the lieutenant because reasons.
Yeah, reason's good enough for me. Roll for it.
He's more of a bastard than I am. Fuck off. That's not going to help. 5. 11.
11.
I would assume does not hit.
You actually get +2 because somebody distracted him, so that's 13.
Okay.
Don't forget your focuses. If you have focuses in your weapon type, you get to...
Yeah,
That was
I counted that in because I rolled shit.
At least you're honest. But yeah, 13 against the...
I mean, double ones and a 3.
Jesus Christ. No, you're not. You're fighting against the lieutenant, aren't you? You don't manage to get anything through his armor. Moving quickly on to Maria.
Yes.
You can
I
bluff.
can now use dual weapons because he's next to me.
You can also bluff.
I can?
Yeah, you're level 4, level 5 rogue technically. So you can bluff, which basically means that instead of trying to sneak up on the person, you're right in front of them. So you're like, distraction over there, and then stab them in the throat.
Well, they're not already distracted by Bridget.
Not this one, no. He's looking straight at you.
It's bluff and action.
Huh? No,
Bluff
it
and
isn't. It's just part of your attack.
Oh, so I can do that as... add to the roll?
Pretty much. What happens is, first of all, your minor action is to switch on dual weapons, right? Do you want +1 to defense or +1
Does that
to
count
attack?
as the activate I used last turn or not?
Well, once it's activated, it's on until you deactivate it.
So I did that last turn.
Yes.
So it's already on.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for your bluff, you're going to roll communications with a focus on deception. If you have it, against his willpower.
So I roll that and attack.
No, you roll off first.
Okay. Communication.
Communications, what you need. Do, 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 do.
16.
Shazbang.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, you've managed to. How do you do it, by the way? How do you distract the dwarf? Put him off his feet.
Oh, screw it.
Blow him a kiss.
It was either that or wink at him.
Yeah. Or maybe you wink wonk.
Whoa.
And they lived happily ever after.
Just wink and blow a kiss.
Oh, excellent. This dwarf, this poor dwarf, is completely set off his feet by the erratic behavior of this tallling in front of him, who not only blinks, or winks rather, but also blows a kiss. He's completely caught off guard by this. He thought this was a fight, not some courting ritual. What's going on? You get to do your backstab on him. So, now you roll for attack. Now you get +2 for the fact that you've bewildered him. And you get +1 because you're dual weapon wielding with your 2 attacks.
I got a double 4.
Nice. But what was your total?
10 plus... What, dexterity and light blades?
Uh-huh.
Okay. 15 plus 16.
16. Nice. Yes, you get through easily. You find a way through his guard. You got double 4s, but what was your dragon die? Maria?
4. Dragon die was 4.
The dragon die was 4. Excellent. Would you like to use pierce armor and maybe, I don't know, lethal blow or something? Oh, mighty blow even. Oh. Hey, can I teach you a trick, by the way? Because you're by the edge, right?
Ooh, skirmish.
Oh, this is fun. Do
I've
your
already done this. I kicked the guy down the stairs
Skirmish.
last time.
There
It's
is
your
a thing
move.
called
Signature.
Skirmish.
skirmish.
Skirmish is so much fun.
You can do it in addition to attacking
Can
him.
I
which is
use
always-
mighty blow? Actually, I can use mighty blow, pierce armor, and skirmish.
Do you have a point in seduction?
I do.
At this point in Fate, you probably have a thing that's called "Don't Stare at Me." Where you
Fate.
choose them and then kick them down the stairs.
God almighty. You pushed me down the stairs. Cool. All right, so you've hit. This is going to be explosive. Roll for damage, which is going to be D6 plus D6
Plus a D6.
plus your strength.
Why? Okay.
Oh, actually, total is 3d6 because you're doing mighty blow as well.
Yep.
Wait, why do I get 2d6 without the mighty blow?
Because you're backstabbing him.
Oh, right, okay. Good, because that was terrible. Oh my god.
Get new dice. Get your new dice now.
Yes, I need to. Okay. 8, 9. Nine total.
9 in total. And that's reducing his armor as well, so that's going to be 8 on him. How much? Gosh, these guys are actually quite tough. Nice. Groovy. Yes, your attack also. What?
Because I don't know what you're gonna say, but I have dual weapon, which means with a minor attack, or minor action, I can do a second attack with my other weapon.
It does indeed. Go for it.
I forgot that last round. I should have remembered.
No doubles. Oh, I can't use doubles anyway. 18,
It's a hit.
and then I just get to roll 1d6 for that one.
Yeah.
Then.
What's your strength though?
5.
Nice. It all adds up. It all adds up. Groovy. Yeah. Although you start stabbing the guy in the chest, and he's desperate to try and block you off, and just as your blows connect, you reach forward and give a nasty, savage thrusting kick into his thorax, kicking him in the chest plate and carrying him bodily backwards to the side, making him stumble near the edge. But does he fall?
Oh.
Don't know. Da 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 da.
Oh, shit. There's this brief moment where he stumbles near the edge, and he's just on this complete tilting point, and he's looking at you wide-eyed behind his helmet, and then he falls backwards, and you hear him, this ear screeching, "Ah!" before he just disappears from view.
I just reach out and prod him with the end of my dagger.
Yeah, I'm sure with some deft skill, you could probably do a quick circumcision as he's falling as well. You're not a nice person. Right. That was Maria. Lanara.
Can I cast Winter's Grasp at the lieutenant?
You
I'm
certainly
just
can.
picking on him.
So British. Lieutenant. Love it.
Oops. I got 16, and my target number is 12. So,
Target number's 12. That's nice. Did you get any doubles, though?
no.
Lame. Super lame. But you got the spell off, and I do believe it's going to be against his constitution, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
I did.
Yeah. Let's strangely, he does. Oh my word! No, he fails miserably. Ugh. Go on, roll the damage.
Oh, 6.
Is it just 6 or is it 6 plus something? It's plus your magic, right?
Oh wait, hang on.
Yes. Yes.
If it's plus my magic, then it's 10.
Isn't it penetrate? I think it's just a d6, but isn't
Penetrating.
it penetrating damage?
Yeah. I think it's just 1d6.
But it's penetrating, which means he doesn't get any armor. He's got 5 armor, so you go straight through it. Nicely done.
Yep. He gets a -2 to speed as well, and he has to save every round. I think.
Now, Winter's Grasp is a dick spell for a first level.
It's amazing.
I love it.
I prefer.
I love it in game as well.
Yep, it's lovely stuff.
So easy.
I just wish you could do a shatter combo as well. Maybe I'll make rules for that. Yeah, nice one, Lanara. That's going to move down to T. Swilling Bridget.
So, what's in the room? We have, I'm guessing, like lifting equipment and.
Yeah, there's some ropes and pulleys and such. The thing is, this isn't a room; it's a roof. This has a
Okay.
very small wall around the edge, but it's
And there's
essentially
shattered bits of mirror.
there's bits of mirror behind you, but it's dangerously close to that weird purple miasma from the crater. But in front of you is the active mirror, which looks like it's got a fog trapped inside of it.
So tempted to touch it. Oh, fuck it, let's touch it.
Don't do it. Do it.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, you run around where. Let me think. Mariah's made a gap for you, so you just run past that. You walk up to the mirror and touch it, and your hand starts going into the mirror. You have the strange sensation of feeling something on the other side, or rather, you feel air on the other side.
Well, let's go.
Okay. Yep. Bridget disappears into the mirror. I'll get back to you, Bridget. I will get back to you.
Thanks, Bridget.
I can't
Thanks for nothing.
Bridget.
You didn't tell me I wasn't
not
watching
here right
this.
now.
That was completely distracted.
Gigi.
GG. Come with me.
I'll probably run off and follow. Yeah, I'll probably run off and follow you. I don't think I'm cut out for fighting. I think my
You
one.
wanted to do most damage in the first round.
I know that was enough. I was like, right, no, they hit me. I'm getting out of here.
One desperate stab and you're out of here.
Roll an athletics check, please. Dexterity and athletics. It's not athletics, acrobatics, sorry.
Is that just 3 dice again?
Yes. It's always 3 dice unless it's for damage rolls.
So, and plus my dexterity.
Yep.
15.
Cool. As you're trying to get away, the dwarf that you are fighting, really manages to get you for 8 points of damage. As you're trying to get away, you feel the pickaxe chew into your side, basically make you flip forward, but you manage to keep your footing, although you know for a fact you're bleeding. And then there's all that thinking about, oh my god, I hope that thing hasn't got tetanus or something. Yeah, you would normally deduct armor, but you don't have any, so.
Yeah. Well, maybe after this experience, she'll buy some.
Well, maybe she won't. Maybe she'll be dead. Who knows?
Or she'll be dead.
Lost in the fade. Who
Leather
knows?
armor skirt.
Right.
I'm really
However,
sorry.
with a little rustle of many skirts, she jumps through the mirror. Probably
We're
not.
like,
Lenara looks at the camera.
Literally, all Lenara has seen Bridget do is walk up the stairs, yell insults at the dwarf, and then walk through the mirror.
and run away.
Oh,
She's got like a
hey,
spin-off.
sis, and walk through the mirror.
Seriously, though, we need a spin-off series about your characters. Just them.
I
Bickering.
would watch that.
Yep.
In the fade.
Bickering, trying to find their way home again.
Oh my word, that's so touching. I love that idea.
Road trip.
Right, that is going to bring us to the next one. Third round. Starting with Allegra.
Oh.
The tide of the battle's changed. Although the two scholars have made a run for it, you're left with the dirty work.
I'm used to this. Let's do this.
Who would you like? What would you like to do now? Just attack with his hands again?
Yeah, I'll just keep hacking away at him.
Go for it. Roll to hit.
What the fuck is wrong with you dice?
What'd you get?
I know the feeling.
It's 9, that's 13.
13.
15.
15. You just managed to find a way. Just managed to get a strike on him as he's ducking and weaving your blows. He's a lot more nimble than you expected for a dwarf as well, especially for one of his girth. You can't do bluff, can you? No, you do. Did you get a double, by the way?
Yeah, 3.
3. You could do a mighty blow. I think you get that on discount. And then you got a lightning strike, I think. Let me just check my shopping list. Hold on.
Yeah, I could do a light.
You could do a mighty blow and pierce armor. Hell,
Yeah,
if you want to be really mean, you could try and disarm him.
I was actually looking at that. Or knock him prone.
Knock it towards Bridget. She doesn't have a weapon. Oh, wait.
You're up on like
Only. If only.
you're 14 floors high up on a tower, so you could knock his.
Hey, maybe
pickaxe
I'm
off the
going
edge.
into the Fade to find some sort of weapon of mass destruction to whoop their dwarven asses.
Can I disarm and try and disarm him and skirmish him 2 yards towards the edge?
Sure, go for it.
Coming back riding on a frickin' dragon.
Look what I found, guys! It's mine!
So do I roll the damage or does the disarm not do damage?
You actually, I don't know if you roll damage because it says you attempt to disarm target melee unit opponent must make an opposed attack roll. Those attack rolls do not generate stun points. If you win the test, you knock your opponent's weapon on the 6th. I do believe it's done an addition.
Okay.
Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense. So,
Yeah.
roll your standard damage first of all.
Really dice? Really?
What do you get?
Fucking hell. That is 5 damage.
Oh, that really sucks.
Because I rolled a 1.
That's your problem right there.
That's higher than a 2 for attack damage.
You need to stop that rolling one business. I mean, it's not.
Yeah. And these dice were doing so well, then I just apparently used up all the mojo.
You need to get some mojo in your dice, yo.
Mojo.
Your dice.
Do I roll for how far away I disarm the weapon? Because that's, you knock an enemy's weapon 1d6 plus strength yards away.
True, but you have to roll an attack again. So you and your opponent must make an opposed attack roll.
Fair enough.
Oh, fudge. That's not good. So if you would roll low again, that'd be great.
That is just a regular attack roll with bonuses and everything.
Yep.
So that is 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, you basically managed to hook your dagger underneath the side of the pickaxe, twist his wrist, and cast it away from him. You get to throw it in the direction of your choice. Strength plus d6 yards.
So I tried to.
No one ever does disarm. It's a really great stunt to use. It's annoying
It's
as
amazing.
hell.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I try to get it as close or over the edge if I can.
Sure, that's no problem.
That is 6 yards.
6 yards, eh? Nice. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. You cast his pickaxe over the edge, and then, just to add insult to injury, you give him a savage sideways kick, threatening to knock him over the edge as well. He has to pass a test,
Can I, yeah. Yes.
which he passes, no problem whatsoever. The lieutenant, this Oban character, after losing his pickaxe, You kick him in the side, and he just goes low, bringing his knees down as his core weight drops to the ground, enabling him to stop his tilt over the edge.
As I'm doing that, can I take my second attack?
Of course. It's
from dual weapon?
Yep.
And just try to get him in the gut with the other sword.
Yes.
Now that's better. Thank you, dice. That is 11, 12, 13, 14. 20 again.
20 again.
Yes.
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 Let's
see if I can do damage this time, though.
It would be nice.
Yes.
What do you get?
A 6, so that's 10 damage.
Nice.
Nice. So that's my turn.
Groovy. Nice going. That was a good maneuver. No one ever thinks about doing these extra stun points. Great. Next one up is... I believe it was Maria. Right, you've got an opponent. Oh, to your right, you've got one of the thugs, the diggers, is teaming up against Allegra with a now unarmed lieutenant. And right behind them, you have the other remaining digger who is utterly bewildered at the fact that the two scholars have run through the mirror. He's looking in the wrong direction.
Wait, are they all looking in the wrong direction if the other ones are busy with Allegra?
Technically, they're on your side. You're kind of adjacent, so they'd have to be a bluff test.
Wait, how many are left? Is it 3? The lieutenant and then the 2?
3 in total. 2 thugs and 1 lieutenant.
I will go for the one not looking because I realized I made a mistake last time. I can't do bluff and dual weapon second attack. They're both minor actions.
Boo! Cheats.
So, I will just attack the one not looking and not bluff.
No, you could do a stealth check to see if you can do a backstab.
Well, is he...
He's not aware of your existence.
Oh, I have to do a stealth check to do that. Okay, I'll try that. Why not?
Why not?
Indeed.
12.
12? No, he notices you coming and turns around with a snarl behind his beard. He's got the scholars. He's got Gigi's blood still dripping off his pickaxe as well, which is really disgusting. Go for normal attack. Oh, camera to the side. Focus on me.
Stab him anyway.
Hashtag.
Yes. 12. 14.
14 hits.
Yay.
Hooray.
Okay. Let's attack. Oh my god.
What do you get?
4 total.
4? That sucks.
And I can also do a second attack.
Throw away your dice.
I know. I'm getting rid of that dragon die. You
Dice jail. You need more.
The council has spoken.
Okay, I'm doing my second attack roll with a different die.
Good.
No.
You need a dice tower to try and dispel your bad luck.
12.
12 to hit.
Exorcism.
Yeah.
Exorcism. Exercise, you say.
Burning thing just wafted over the top.
You don't manage to get a hit on the dwarf. You more likely just swing the thing around like Tilda says. It's just, aha! Parry, twists, aha! What?
Okay, all the dice are being replaced.
Good.
At least the distraction.
Right? You did a very great deed there. Running away. Lanara!
Yeah. Is it possible for me to flame blast anyone yet?
Let's
And not hit people that I like?
say yes. What's the actually? What's the radius of the flame blast? Is it a cone?
It's an 8 foot. 8 yards long and 2 yards wide.
Ooh, you could follow around the side and flank the lot of them,
And not hit my friends?
and not hit your friends.
Then I'm going to do that.
All right, that'd be cool. So, as your move, you follow the path of Maria, finding yourself on the left-hand side of the left flank of the fight, seeing a very clear line lining up both of the thugs and the lieutenant as well in your line of fire. Good luck.
Literally.
Oh my god.
kill them.
No pressure. This could be so cool.
Very good.
15 is above my target number, which is 12.
Yes.
And they have to roll against...
Doubles.
no doubles.
Ooh.
Unfortunately. They have to roll against... it's dexterity against my spell power.
Your spell power is what?
13.
Dex is, let's see, for this first chappy chap, and the second chappy chap. The sergeant just manages it. The thug doesn't. No, he doesn't either. Dear God, come on, dude.
Okay, so if they passed it, it's 1d6 plus 1.
Okay, roll that.
Which is 7.
Jesus!
And if they
Death
didn't,
machine.
it's 2d6 plus 1, which is 11.
Nice.
Finally!
We're going to re-nickname you the Fire Starter.
Okay, and the last one?
Lenara Flamebringer.
11 again.
Cool. They should bring back the rules for sundered armor. That'd be great. You know, you could actually affect someone's armor rating for a while.
Ooh.
And the mechanics for the edition are based off something which is a bit out of date now, so let's talk into that. Anyway, musing aside, as you watch, you see the full weight of Lenara's mage powers kicking up a fuss for the first time since ages. Usually she just heals people, or she casts one little spell here and there. This is possibly the most violent spell you've seen her cast since the beginning. This sideways spire of heat erupts from her staff and streaks across the flank of the enemy, burning and causing all manner of sun tannage, as well as first-degree burns, which are best taken in shifts. Afterwards, there's a lot of ash and smoke in the air, and the smell of burnt pig, which is ironically human flesh. Yeah, though the dwarves are still there, hardy in their anti-magiciness. That hurt. That hurt them good. That brings us to Bridget and Gigi. I'm just going to write you a little message with some curse words.
Oh, well.
Don't anger the DM.
The wild cards of the campaign.
Well, they hate new people. That was never.
What can I say except welcome?
Here we go, guys. You want to read that? That's basically what you see on the other side. Meanwhile, let me know what you want to do on that message, by the way, and I'll work it in. We're going to go to Oban, who is he's actually putting out fire on his cloth as he sees that, and then turns towards Lenara before turning back to Allegra, a bit unsure about who to attack. He decides finally to go after our Allegra.
Show me them fisticuffs.
What did he do?
Oh, God. He goes for a punching blow, but misses completely as Allegra simply sidesteps back, and his gauntleted fist just misses with a whistling sound. At which point, he uses a run action to flee.
Aren't we like walking the stairs?
You get a chance to actually hit him, Allegra, because I like the rule for attack of opportunity from D&D, so I've incorporated it. So his athletics is essentially his defending opposing test against your attack. So roll an attack as normal.
Six. That's a measly 12.
Measly 12, huh? No, because without his pickaxe, it's a lot more fluid. And although you bring your blades around in a surely killing arc, he manages to duck and weave past it before running down the stairs. You hear him say something like, "You haven't heard the last of..."
Whatever, man.
Just gonna do a quick morale check for the others. Seriously? Oh wow. Okay. That's 6 plus 5 plus 1. That's 12 plus morale 3. One of the guy who's with him, who's also facing you, Allegra. He essentially is like standing there with his pickaxe, looking at his leader running away. This has been great. Bye! And then tries to make a run for it. You've already made your attack, so he gets to basically get past you without much trouble either. However, the last one refuses to budge. He's the one facing Maria, and he's partly on fire, very annoyed, and not seeming to go anywhere very soon. So we're going to let him attack Maria. Woo! Boom! Which is definitely a hit. I got 6, 5, and a 4. That's a 10 damage.
Right. No, I can't take it off. I can't find my rubber.
That doesn't count. That's not fair. I tried that one once. It didn't work for me, so it doesn't work for you. So there. And we're up to the 4th and most likely final round.
Unless we're all really bad.
Yeah, that is also possible. Starting with Allegra.
I'm just gonna yell after the ones that are running away, like, "Off you go, then!" And then turn towards the one hitting Maria and hit him.
Nice. You're a warrior, aren't you?
Yes.
Combination that. I haven't actually explored what the benefits are of being a warrior dual-handed weapon wielder, because you can't do that in the laser games.
This is not a whole lot. It's like you get easier to get the weapon mastery and that stuff, but not much else. That is...
Well, apart from the backstab, you do get access to a lot of lethal stunt bonuses and such. I'm going to check that out. But anyway, what'd you get?
That is 17.
17?
Yeah. No.
Lame. Okay.
No.
Easily hit. But what do you get for damage?
Not a whole lot. That is a 6 damage.
6 damage? Yep.
Yep.
I'm going to just stab him a wee bit. Ah, no. Do you want to have a second attack as well?
Yes. Might as well when I'm here. Try to get his attention.
Go for eat. Go for eat.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's gonna hit. That's 20 something.
That's going to hit. Did you get any doubles?
Nope.
Disappoint. Move on. Attack. Damage. Damage. Damage.
Yes. That's a 10 damage.
I'm running out of pencil.
No.
Disaster. Cool, that was your turn. Maria and Lunara, who wants to go first? You're all circling this poor sap who doesn't know when to quit.
Still slightly on fire.
Yeah, he's like, yep, thanks.
Yeah, good. Just for the image.
It's just a flesh wound.
Let's say Maria goes first. What do you want to do? Bluff and stab, or something a bit more exotic?
I was considering just kicking him between Lenara and Allegra, but but I could just stab too.
It's up to you. I mean, his morale is wavering. Obviously, he's the last one there. He's got no reason to stand and fight. I mean, he's just, it hasn't clicked in yet that he's been left behind.
I'll bluff then and attack. I just shout out, "You were right, this was fun. Shame your buddies weren't enjoying it."
Oh, gosh. What's the get rolls?
18.
Oh, wow. Oh no, no. No. He's like, you what? Direction. And you attack. Go for it.
I can roll anything that's not attack. There we go. It left my tray, but it still rolled.
It still counts.
14.
14 is a hit.
And go for an attack.
Now you get to do the extra D6. I'm guessing you got a double.
Not on that one, no.
I am disappointed by this lack of doubling. I want to see more doubling.
I got a 9 total.
Yep. Really? This guy's being picked apart. Lenara? Lenara!
I'm going to cast Arcane Lance at him. And I don't think he...
Ruby, go for it.
14.
Give me the good news. That's a hit, but did you get any doubles?
No.
Lord, or anything else listening up there. I just have one wish to see some cool doublage. Hello?
If I had the stunt points, I would use them in cool, inventive ways.
Cruel and inventive ways. Cruel ventive might be said. Sweet, that definitely hits.
Yeah.
He gets a chance to try and dodge it. Not much of a chance, but it's a chance. He gets 14.
Yeah. I mean, do you do that with Arcane Lance?
It's an Arcane Lance. No, it's a standard dexterity hit. I thought you said Arcane Bolt. Sorry. In that case, it bloody hits him.
Then 8 damage.
Yep. That's great. Groovy. And I do believe that's going to be him for a... Actually, I'm going to just check the chat quickly to see what the girls are doing. In the middle of the mirror forces, Misty stuffs. They're actually talking in the chat, like on the other end of the mirror. It's basically, essentially, just imagine the dialogue. No, I'm not okay, Bridget. I'm not okay. I'm bleeding. Bridget just proves. I got attacked twice by an axe, Bridget. Who knows? I'll rip off the hem.
Role playing.
It's brilliant. I'll rip off the hem of Gigi's skirt and fashion a bandage. Then let's hold hands and have an explore. Get a bottle and catch some. Oh, yes. Although, I don't know, skirt would be good for a bandage. It's probably all damp and stuff. Still damp? Oh, my God.
I have a lot of skirt.
I'm a martyr.
There is passion. This is not what I signed up for when I decided to go on an Elven Ruins expedition. Yeah. What are you good at? Historical law. Oh, okay. This is brilliant. I want to learn, damn it. You're lame. Oh, loving it. Absolutely loving it. Anyway, that's what's going on the other side of the mirror. More or less. Absolutely brilliant. Nice work, guys. I wish I'd actually tuned into that. It was almost like a running dialogue. Morale. No, he's gone. He's gone. The last dwarf drops his or rather, he just drops his pickaxe and said, "Enough of this, I'm out." And then,
as he runs off, Lenara's going to go, "Bye."
Anyone want to try and crack at him as he's running?
I just wanted to kind of kick him if I still could. Like
sure,
down.
just roll a normal attack.
Roll what?
Just roll an attack.
Attack. Okay.
It counts as brawling, actually, if you have that.
What is that? Oh, that's on the deck. No, I don't. I didn't go for that one. Oh, it wasn't even good.
That's the good thing about being warrior.
7.
Brilliant. Yeah, you miss him completely. Your foot just kind of goes up.
These dice are worse than the last ones.
I know, that would have been awesome if you kicked him down the stairs. It's like, come on! But no. And then, my dears, you are left alone.
Come play with us.
Where did they go? And tell me it's not where I think it was.
I'm kind of scared that it is what you think it was.
Lenara's gonna just walk through the mirror.
And there goes another one.
And actually, as I go through, I'm gonna say, I'm going to get them back.
What's the
Well,
other do?
I trust her in that, but should we go back her up? I don't know. This is not my forte.
I say we follow. Whatever's happening on the other side of there, well, we don't have a part in it, but I'm going to admit to being curious.
True. I just hope we can get back. Okay, let's do it. Let's go.
Take a wistful look back at the gems that you said they were prizing out of the walls, and go through the mirror.
Yep.
Cool. Ignoring the body of your comrade on the floor that's been killed, you all enter the mirror. The first thing you notice upon entering the mirror is how light it all feels. You're stepping into it, and you feel like for one split second that you're underwater, but without the breathlessness of it all. And then you're on the other side, and you're standing in a field of some sort, though there's no grass. It's just mist all around you.
Can we see?
You make out the silhouettes of both Lenara and the two.
I'm just gesticulating wildly.
Yes, and you hear the voice, of course. You hear her voice before you see her, of Bridget and Gigi arguing.
Nothing makes that lighter.
No.
Well, I guess we're here. I look back. Can I see where we entered? Is there a way back?
Yes, the mirror's still there. Although in the distance you can just make out what sounds like, fighting and people shouting. Although it's hard to place where it is. It's just somewhere ahead.
Is it in the same direction that Bridget and Gigi are?
Yeah, although it's difficult to see because, well, as far as the horizon, it just seems to be mist. You can't actually see anything. You just hear it.
I'm going to start walking towards the scholars.
Towards the scholars?
Yeah.
Amazing. I love it. Cool.
Well, it's not immediate death. I guess we try and regroup.
I think I'd rather stick around by the mirror. I don't want it to just.
How far away are they? I know it's through the mist, but
only a couple of meters. They didn't get very far. Although you do notice that this place has a slight whispering noise which grates against your skin. Although Lenara's perspective, this place is quite beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Even the fog seems to have like a golden, silver-like tint to it. Everything seems fine. Although to anyone else, it's grating.
I'm just gonna stay here, so we have a way out. I think.
Lift my hand in acknowledgement of that, and then keep walking towards Bridget and Gigi.
take a couple of steps and then just call out to them. You guys, did you find what you were looking for?
Shh, we're being quiet. We're trying to be quiet.
As loud as I need to be to shout a couple of meters to you.
How could you leave in the middle of the fight?
Well, we weren't going to be any help. You were just protecting us.
Yes. Clearly it went well for me.
Did you see what happened to Gigi?
Yes, you were the only one that was attacked.
Exactly, so I got out. I was going to stick around.
I can fix that for you if you, if you care to stick around for more than 5 seconds.
We're not
Well, it
wearing
doesn't look like there's anywhere else to go.
You'll be pleased to hear that all the dwarves are either gone or dead, so you can come back through the mirror anytime that you fancy it.
We're having
You
a
know,
look.
get out of this place.
What's wrong? That's what we came here to look at.
I'd rather not stick around longer than I have to. This place is eerie.
Lenara kind of like bangs herself on the ground huffily and frustratedly, but I'm going to heal Gigi
Oh,
Sure, go for the test.
begrudgingly. 11, which passes the 10, and I'll use 3 mana points.
Yep, and how much do you heal with?
4. All right, is that plus my magic?
For the heal spell.
I believe so, but I don't remember.
Just checking it now, kids. Just checking it now. Damn. That's your spirit magic right here, y'all. I like make sure to check all these magical mishaps, and if and when they happen. It's basically 1d6 health
Yeah.
for each mana.
Oh, for each.
For each
Oh,
mana.
so if I use 3, then it's 3d6.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's in 30 seconds.
Actually, you heal 7.
Oh, so I heal 7. How much? 7?
Yeah, 7.
Thank you.
Can I have my sleeve back?
Fine, but I don't know what you're going to do with it.
Fix it.
Since you've been here, those sounds of fighting in the distance, have they changed? Did they start when you got here?
Echoing wildly, but they seem to be generally ahead of you.
Do we hear it as fighting?
Yes.
Okay. You just said voices.
Yeah, you did.
There are voices as well. Like I said, you hear lots of cries and shouting orders and things. They get carried along this fog strangely.
I'm interested in going further.
Are you going to run away again?
If they attack us, we might. But I don't have any armor,
Neither
and
do
Bridget
I.
doesn't. She doesn't have a weapon.
You have magic. What am I meant to do? Stand there and look menacing?
You could try annoying them to death.
Well, we
Well, I
did.
You know, back through the mirror door, there's a whole room full of things you can pick from. There's a person in reasonable armor there. There's weapons. There's gems.
And someone who's going to teach me how to use them. You know what? Sometimes we don't all have to throw ourselves onto the end of somebody's sword just to make an honorable point to show you that we care about you when we met you, a day ago?
And I'm not wearing armor that someone else has died in.
It clearly wasn't.
It clearly didn't work.
No, we just know that someone came through this thing we're standing in and died.
Well, we're here now.
We could not be.
What if leaving is what killed him?
Oh, well, that's wonderful.
Phil's new.
Should have thought of that before you went into the mirror then.
Well, we were going to die either way. So.
Ah. Illusions.
Actually, I'd rather die by mirror than die by dwarf.
True, it is less embarrassing.
I'm going to use that. Die by dwarf. I'm totally using that.
Bridget McCarrick killed by a glowing mirror, or Bridget McCarran killed by a dwarf with a pickaxe.
So cliche.
All I'm saying is we all
Now,
managed
let's-
to not die.
Just 5
You
minutes.
all have proper weapons.
Just 5 minutes looking around. Like, you got to kill the dwarfs. Can't we do our thing now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
Saturn.
we wanted to fight.
Well, I'm very glad you got your whip.
Do they not have sarcasm in Ole?
I have 0 points.
Oh, you can do what you want. I'm not getting involved.
Okay, good.
Just stay in the area.
Yes, Mom.
Okay.
So,
I say we get going and check our dead person out there.
Sorry, I'm getting weird. Fiddle with it.
Is there anything I can tell about my surroundings? Like anything sort of magical that I can sense being a mage? Because you said that it felt different, like kind of comfortable for me.
Well, you roll a magic test. I don't like this.
I'm sorry if just to butt in, I'm sorry if I drop off at any point. I've used up all my data now, so if the internet drops out, I might as well.
16?
16? Yeah. Son of my voice. Yeah, we can't.
Yeah, I'm getting quite a bit of feedback from you.
Oh, okay.
How can you tell where it's coming from?
Her bar moves when the feedback pops up.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Has anyone else had that? I can put headphones in.
Put your headphones in, would you? I do not like the sound of
I wonder why it's
It all seems to be. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
That's much better.
Okay.
Testing, 1 2 1 2. You good?
Yeah. I
Awesome.
think so.
Right, roll a magic, please.
I did that. I got 16.
16, excellent behavior. Cool. You get the sense of homeliness about this place. This place feels natural to you. Obviously, it feels strange when it comes to the fact that there is nothing but fog for miles and you can barely see your own feet. But compared to the world you were just in, this feels right. It feels safe. It feels beautiful. The fog has a rainbowish quality to it. The ground feels warm underfoot. The general environment around you is nice.
Could I assume that it's the Fade then? Or having been there every night when I sleep?
Well, this doesn't feel like the Fade. It
Okay.
doesn't feel like you're dreaming, for starters. And you've been told that it's impossible to be in the Fade physically. So what else could this be but the like, what else could it be? It must be the Fade if it's... I mean, what else is there that's known about this type of thing? What do you know about it?
Nothing, apparently.
Is my historical lore any good? We were asking this in the chat before.
Yeah, you actually rolled very high up for this one, I think. So it's explaining about the legends of the Illuvian mirrors.
Oh yeah, I did.
There's a professor back home in Ole who probably shouldn't have gotten pelted with eggs and soiled meats for his theories about the crossroads. But that's for another time. And proving this kind of thing is going to be tricky. But here you are on the crossroads, and it's terrible for you. Anyone who's not an elf, at least. The noises ahead seem to have died down, although you can still hear the occasional voice carried in the wind. Certain expressions like "patch him up," or something like "they're going to come again in a few minutes. We need to breach those walls."
Do the voices sound at all familiar?
They seem familiar in the sense that you recognize a few of the accents. They're not Tevinton.
Are they for Eldon?
Some of them.
Or Legion.
They speak in the manner of a mercenary company, or at least a military unit.
Okay. What do you think? Should we... I'm going to like gesture towards the sounds. Should we go and see who it is, or should we go back through the mirror?
Can we hear particular voices? Or is it just all a jumble?
It's just the occasional voice caught in the wind here and there. So this isn't so much a jumble, but rather the odd catch of a pair of words before the sound echoes away.
Can you guys ahead see where that's coming from?
Are we that much... Like, I didn't think we were that much sort of in front of you.
Maybe just a little around. Through the fog, I don't know, making it echoey. It seems too far away to be able to make sense of anything.
I won't go any nearer unless we all agree. But I
agree.
I wasn't really asking you. I think it might be... I think it might be the stags, maybe.
This place isn't right. I don't know why
Nothing here is right.
Really?
stags would be in here.
I feel fine. I feel more than fine. I don't think I've felt this good in a long time.
Good.
Let's go.
It's nice that someone feels good about this, because I really don't.
It's like someone's watching.
Where is your sense of adventure? Come on, you're being so droll.
I think we might have left it back there
Seth's-
somewhere with the dead dwarves.
Yeah, and Seth's the one who ran away.
You can't stop talking about these freaking dwarfs. Get over it. They killed all our friends. Well, helpers. Mass murder kind of makes you skittish.
Does it seem like there'd be any way to sneak closer, or is it the kind of fog where we just kind of appear next to them?
It's not a peace super by any wrench, but when someone walks away by about, I don't know, 10 meters, they start becoming a silhouette that you can barely make out.
Is there anything like around that we could hide behind where we could get nearer, like bits of rubble or walls or anything? Just fog and mirrors.
As far as you can tell, there's nothing.
Okay.
If we walk too far in this, we might not find our way back.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
I hadn't thought of that.
I
Well,
would
we
rather
could,
not get stuck here.
Hey, why don't we just rip off some of Gigi's dress, tie it to our Luthien, travels. It will show us the way back.
That's not
I
an
know you've
awful
got a
idea.
lot of skirt, but how far are you planning on going?
I would like to keep some modesty. Just saying.
What would that be? Ankle? What's
Yes.
the limit?
No one can see my ankles. Knees.
We know
That's
you
already quite
don't
risky.
make up for your lack of brains.
Who's the one who's known all the elephant
Really,
stuff?
stop. Now is not the time.
Okay, fine. What?
We should... I would like to look around as much as both of you, but I think we should go back through the mirror.
Can we just, or can I just put a hand back on the mirror to like feel that it still feels real?
Yeah?
Still there. I'm sort of getting more edgy and sticking near it.
I've been sticking near it as close as I can this entire time.
Fine, well, we've got some mists, whatever.
Fine.
You've got some
Or
mist.
stunting research or anything.
You're welcome to stay, you know.
It's clearly magical mist.
And what gives you that idea?
It's
Have
a
you seen this
magical
place?
Mostly the fact I can feel it. I look
I'm
at
sorry, we've just gone through a mirror portal into a land of mists and screaming voices, and you go, what makes you think it's magical?
The mist could have got trapped here the same as us. Could have drifted through mirrors over the decades and collected here.
Well, then it's
Well, that's
worth
interesting
testing.
in itself.
I look at Allegra and try and put my hand through the mirror to check I can still go back through.
Yeah, with a sickening transition of popping back onto the tower, you come through alone, standing in the wind, different temperature, different horizon.
And if possible, just put my hand through and like beckon that it's safe.
I go through.
Sure.
Okay, with like a wistful look in the direction of the voices, I'm going to go back through the mirror as well.
Sure. Does everyone go back through?
Yes.
Okay. You are all back on the tower.
And start investigating the stag.
Sure.
Yep.
Roll an investigation, I think it would be, with it. Or is that going to be a...
Where is investigation? Perception?
No, it's just generally a perception, I believe.
Smelling.
Yeah, it could be like...
Seduction.
Oh, investigation's a communication. Oh, fair enough. Oh, here we go. Searching.
Communication?
Sorry. Perception searching.
All right. Okay. Well, I don't have that.
Can I? Is
I'll
there any?
help as well.
Can I look around the tower to see if there's anything else
Sure.
in there?
Same test.
16.
16.
11.
Well, first of all, the body of the the body of the stag recon or reconnaissance scout reveals not much. Unfortunately, he'd been looted, but there is a what looks like a torn up piece of paper or a parchment. You know where the other pieces are, but it looks like some sort of note. Been lost for a day. Hope I find someone soon. We need help.
Do I recognize the person?
No, though you didn't know everyone in the stags, and he is wearing the right uniform. It looks like he'd been hit by some sort of concussive, like arcane blast, which had wounded his guts, and he had bled out essentially when he'd gotten through the mirror.
Does Lanara see this note?
Oh, I presume she.
Yeah. Okay. If I've looked at it, then this makes me think even more so that those people in there are the stags.
In where?
In wherever that was back there through the mirror.
Who are the staff?
Also, it sounded like he was wandering for who knows how long without help, without knowing that he can get back.
Then maybe we should, I don't know, help them?
As loath as I am to go back in there,
Let's
I'm
go.
starting to suspect you may be right.
Let's go.
I have rope, but not
They're
mine.
getting annoying.
Did I
What else
find?
is around the room?
Yeah, did I find anything with my rather rubbish search of 11?
If there is anything, you haven't found it.
Fair.
What were the dwarves harvesting? Did they leave sacks
People
behind?
were trying to take the mirror. They've been hacking and trying to remove it from its moorings, attaching it to the tower. without very much success. So they had made good progress, but it would have taken them a bit longer to have that plucked out.
Is the mirror at all sort of like unsteady because of what they were doing with it?
No, it seems fine.
And the one that was like
They were
surrounded by
talking about a deal with the Baelish for the mirror, I assume.
Yep, but I believe someone said something there.
I was asking about the one that was exploded.
It's essentially on the other end. It's mirroring, excuse the expression, the other mirror, but where it would normally be is a blasted blackened charcoal crater. Worse than that, around these bits of glass which seem untarnished, there seems to be this heat radiating off it with the occasional crackle of pink and purple lightning.
It hasn't cooled down any. It's still.
Well, whatever the hell it is, it looks magical and it looks dangerous.
Can I go over and look at that?
Sure, how close do you want to get?
Ooh, like 3 or 4 feet away. Not close enough to touch it by accident or anything, just to kind of be able to like reach out and kind of sense something from it. I don't know.
They're all magical tech.
Oh dear. I got
not
2
good.
1s and a 2. So that's 8.
Oh Jesus! As you get closer, you're reaching your hand out, trying to get a sensation of what this thing is. It bites back.
Oh dear.
There is a thrum of energy, and with a thunderclap, or rather a hand clap of force, the miasma strikes out with a purple branch of lightning, which scorches into your hand and blasts you 4 feet backwards onto your ass. Causing, I can just roll.
Oh God!
Causing 10 points of damage. Penetrating.
I don't have any armor anyway.
Mages, am I right? But yeah, everyone who sees this notices that your still form, blasted back, is smoldering in the from the explosion that's blown you back this violently.
Am I conscious or am I just?
You get brief flashes of an unrecognizable face, someone that seems familiar but not, and it terrifies the crap out of you. But then you open your eyes again to the daylight, the dawn, blue sky. Probably with a number of people all circling around you, looking down, going, "How many fingers?
Did the magic mist hurt you?
Yes, it did. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna move away from the stupid crackly magic thing.
Stupid crackly magic.
I hate you.
Point 1 to the creepy mirror things.
Down, creepy bear. So, anything else you guys like to do this evening?
Do we go back through the mirror? I have no idea how the stags will receive us if it is them, given that we've kind of deserted.
Well, considering how we deserted, I'm not sure they're gonna mind too much.
Chased off by the dragon lady seems like a pretty reasonable explanation.
Yeah.
Then I propose we go back through and at least just see who they are. Just get close enough to see who it is.
We know what we're expecting this time.
You gonna go through?
Yeah.
Yep, I'll go back with them.
Yes. Bless. This is not my calendar. Oh wait, yeah, it is. Yay! I'm just checking my times for tomorrow. Cool. All right, you all get through the mirror, and you're back again in the mist.
Stride boldly onwards.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can
Actually,
I light a torch by our mirror?
Yep.
I'm not sure whether this is a terrible idea or not.
I have a plan.
Okay.
So, we can all see each other's like silhouettes after a while, right?
Yes.
And there's 5 of us. So if one person stays near the Illuvian, so they can just about see it, and then everyone else walks further, and then one person stays behind when we can only just see it. So if we stagger ourselves along in a line.
I have 20 yards of rope.
Well, that's a start.
Could you? Is there anything like around the mirror on the side we're on now that the rope could be tied to, or do we need to tie it to something on the other side in the tower?
There's nothing easily available that you can tie to apart from the stairs.
Okay.
What do I have?
Could we tie it to the dead guy?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna. Maria, can I have the rope a minute, please?
Yeah.
Does my compass work in here?
No. Actually, now that you mention it, it's spinning wildly.
I'm gonna go back through and I'm gonna tie the rope to the dead guy's leg.
Okay. Dead people are heavy.
Is my compass spinning wildly? The tattoo.
No, actually, it is not. It's working perfectly.
Okay.
Well, there we go. Problem solved.
It doesn't point in a geographical direction.
Also, I have a lantern.
Uh-huh.
If you put the lantern on the ground, can it be seen through the mist?
Good point, yes. But it is still a mist.
So if we... Wait, it can or it can't?
My torch has a 6-yard radius, so it's probably not worth lighting.
I was thinking if we trail... I'm back through the thing, by the way, now I came back. If we leave the torch or the candle at the end of the rope, if it can be seen through the mist, and then we've got extra distance. And then we can follow the rope back to the mirror. Pardon?
Okay. See how far the rope takes us first, and whether we can discern any more direction.
Let's do it.
I'd offer something to help, but I don't have a bag.
I just want to make it clear, by the way, I'm not like pushing you in any direction. I'm just waiting for you to actually do something.
Okay. Oh, I have a lantern as well. So
20
we can
yards of rope.
Yeah.
In the direction of the voices. As far as the rope will stretch.
That's what you're going to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Using the rope around you and having one side essentially going through the mirror and tied to the person on the other side, you notice that the mirror seems to be flashing as you have the rope through it constantly. It seems to not like that. Although it doesn't explode or anything, it just seems to fluctuate slightly.
I mean, we could always pull the body through.
Yeah, let's pull the dead guy through.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Between all of you, it's not much of a problem at all, actually. You yank the body through, and after a few awkward moments where the leg gets caught on the other side, you bring him through with one of his legs looking a bit out of place. However, heavy as he is, that means you can now proceed using the rope as your guiding line. It was 20 feet, was it?
Yards.
Yeah.
20 yards worth. Within a couple of minutes, you've reached the end of your rope. Quite literally.
Are we any?
I reached the end of my rope a long time ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Do
Is
we
that-
feel like we're any closer to the voices?
Yeah, ever so slightly. You sense that they're actually getting closer.
Can I light my lantern and put it, like hold it below the level of the mist, like put it on the ground next to my feet?
There is no below the mist.
What does that mean?
Literally means that the mist goes down to your feet.
Oh yeah, no, I meant like put it if I set it on the ground so it's below the level of the like. Is it thicker around our feet?
That's equal.
Okay. I'm going to put the lantern down by my feet and I'm going to walk away from it a little bit, still going towards the people. Can I see the lantern clearly?
Very faintly. A lot of the lantern's light is obscured by the white mist.
Is the torch any more effective?
No.
Okay.
How long does it take before we lose sight of a person holding a lantern?
Well, it depends how far you're moving, whether you're moving towards each other or away from each other, and yeah. But essentially, if you are around 8 feet away from someone, then they're starting to fade away. You can't see them anymore.
Okay.
As you're walking, though, you're keeping within a good, 1 or 2 feet with each other. That's not a problem.
So that way we can get between 3 torches and or lanterns.
Yep.
We've got another 24 yards, feet, whatever.
Yep.
So let's space each other out so we can still see each other, but we go a bit further.
Okay. Gigi, since you've reached the end of your rope, apparently, would you like to stay here?
Not by myself.
I'll be 8 feet away.
Do I have a fine? I'll stay here.
Who stays behind?
Me.
Okay. Keep going.
He has 1 torch. I have a torch.
Uh-huh.
I can take the next spot.
I'm going to give Gigi my lantern.
Thank you.
I just realised I can probably...
I'm like-
Can I... Before you let me cast, I think it was Mage Light, or create like a glowing thing.
Yes.
So can I do that when at some point in the future? When
Spirit or Primal, which one are we talking about?
I don't have either of those, but it was when we fell into the lake thing,
Oh, yeah.
and you let me create a little glowing thing.
Yeah, it's easy enough. You create a very minute light with your staff.
I'm going to keep walking towards the voices then.
It's more like a faint blue beacon.
Can it be seen at all through the mist?
To a point, yes. A bit further than you can see a person. It reads as a blazing blue light that becomes more muted as the further away you get.
Ooh. Okay.
So as you all start getting further away from each other, I'd like you to start rolling perception seeing, please. Or if you prefer hearing.
Oh no.
I would prefer hearing. Please.
14.
12.
14.
No,
I don't know
13.
if I need it.
No, wait, 12. I can't do math. 12.
16.
Is that everyone? Is there anyone who has yet to roll dice and add them up?
12.
12, yep. Did anyone get less than 11 or less? No, doesn't look like it. Excellent. In that case, you as a group managed to keep going forward, stretching the whole chain as far as you can before it gets to the point where people start disappearing.
What can we see? Who's at the front?
You can hear the voices, but you can't see anyone. It sounds like they're above you. And when you do look up, you see for a second that the mist clears just for the second, and you make out 2 things. One, that the floor itself that you're standing on starts to go in a bit of a curve. It goes like that. And 2, that right above you is the stags. Are the stags in what seems to be some sort of defensive formation with wagons and carts that have been turned over. If that is the stags, there's not many of them left. There's about 1/10 of the original number. But they're being attacked now and then, it seems. They have their own problems with their own mist and such, but they've made an encampment.
What are they standing on? Is it like a ledge or something, or is there a...
It's all stone, just like what you're standing on. Although theirs seems to be upside down. Or maybe you're upside down.
Okay.
What happens if I jump?
Nothing. You look stupid.
Yeah, figured as much.
You just jump, dunk. Ah, figured.
Gotta test the ground. And you know, gravity.
Who's nearest to the slope bit?
That would be you.
Okay. This might be really, really bloody stupid. I'm going to put my staff on the ground. Does the light still keep going if I leave my staff there, or does it stop when I...
It stops.
Okay, right. I'm going to pick the staff up again. I'm going to...
To the stairs down, it's okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna go up the stairs. Or up towards them, however I can.
Yeah. You to the rest of you who are actually still in range, who can see Lenara, she breaks ranks and starts moving towards whatever this thing is. After a few seconds, she's barely visible at all. Meanwhile, on Lenara's side, you see that this doesn't so much slope as becomes a whole new dimension of travel. So there's this awkward moment where you're putting your hands on this wall and you can feel a whole new world of gravity pulling on your hand. It's going to take a bit of athletics to try and switch.
Oh, God. Okay.
You want to roll a dexterity acrobatics? I'll accept athletics as well. That makes a difference.
Which one is athletics in? Oh, well, they're the same. So, hang on. 14.
14?
Yeah.
You manage to, with a rather unpretty fumble, get onto this wall. And now, as you're standing there, you look back to see where you were, which is now a wall, with faint silhouettes of your friends in the middle distance. And there is this sickening moment where this whole thing makes you feel very uneasy, very queasy.
I'm going to keep going towards the stags, but I'm going to put my hands up and I'm going to call out to them.
Okay.
Hello? I mean you no harm at all. It's Lenara.
There's you're getting close to the stags, right? Even your voice actually carries so far that the other guys can hear it. There is like an awkward moment of silence, and then someone says, "Lenara?"
Yes.
You?
Yeah. Yes, it
Lenara,
is.
what are you doing?
I think it's the stags.
It's Griffin. I work in engineering. I thought you were dead.
No, definitely not dead.
What on make are you doing here?
That's kind of a long story.
Well, you best get out of the mist. We've lost already too many people in there. There are things in there.
That's comforting.
Can we hear him as well?
Yeah.
Or just Lenara?
Oh, you can hear him. His voice carries pretty quickly.
I'm not alone. Allegra and Maria are with me.
Whatever, bring them all.
They're kind of my trail of breadcrumbs back out of here.
Mm.
Are you... I'm going to keep walking towards them now so I don't have to keep shouting. Are you... What do you mean there are things in the mist?
Things in the mist. We haven't seen them. They've been dogging our advance for quite some time.
Your advance? Where are you trying to get to?
Who's the nearest to the mirror?
Is it me?
Yeah.
Nominations, yeah. You hear something smash behind you.
Oh no!
And you hear this ever so slight noise.
I'm probably screaming.
I think I was in second place.
Yep.
Gigi, what? Don't stop screaming.
Oh god!
What was that?
We're gonna die!
Can I hear this?
Yeah, you hear. The first thing you hear, funnily enough, is someone screaming, or like odd noises. Sounds like a child being punched.
Did I also hear the smash?
Yes, it was quite distinct.
Did anyone else hear it, or is it just the two nearest?
It was about the two nearest, I would say, and then they definitely heard the little faint snarl.
Oh.
I think our way out is gone. Gigi, come to me. Move towards me.
Okay.
we close the chain, and I try and see behind us.
What's going on, guys?
Roll a perception check. Seeing.
I do not have good perception.
Roll calligraphy.
I write my way out.
10.
10. Yeah, you don't see shit.
Yeah.
However,
Moving on to the next one.
Or am I too hysterical?
do feel the floor vibrate.
What? Yeah, keep moving.
I rolled a perception check, so I thought you wanted one.
Cool. The chain locks up. Everyone starts bunching up with each other, following wherever Lanara went to. Pretty soon, you guys actually get to the point where you didn't actually conceive what was going on at first until you got to this wall. And it's like, what the hell's going on here? You look up, and suddenly Lanara is standing there looking back at you. And there's this awkward moment of like, how'd you get up there? I don't know.
I tried the jump as well.
Sure. Everyone should roll an athletics check for that, or which would be a dexterity, I believe.
Yes.
Dexterity.
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 18.
Please don't get 10 or less.
14.
17.
Ikke hotmail. Jeg har jo ikke noe.
19.
Nice. Yeah, no one seems to have any trouble with this. In fact, Allegra just jumps at the wall and elegantly just lands. She even does a little pirouette, probably. Cocky bitch. Yes. Yeah, you guys get onto the wall, and who's the last one? Who's the last one to roll?
Me.
Lowest.
Who?
Me.
Yeah, would you mind rolling a perception check, please?
8.
8. Yeah, you don't see shit. Oh, you do get this rather disgusting waft of it smells like peppermint and soiled meat.
This is some Stranger Things level crap right here. Like,
Welcome to the crossroads.
Population decreasing. Moving forward, you guys catch up with Lanara, and as a group, you make your way towards where the.
I'm gonna be jogging towards the stags at this point.
I think we also just try and keep your mage light in sight.
Yep.
Cool. Following the blue beacon, the blue light in the darkness, or the mist, you guys make your way to the next turning on the wall, which is a lot easier than the last one. It looks like someone's put down some wooden planking between the two pieces, so you just walk over it. You reach what looks like a palisade made up of turned over wagons. There are many people, silhouettes with spears, looking down. Come on, get in, quick! And you make your way up to where the wagons are. Friendly hands come down and help you over. And
Roll
you
for hurry.
Huh? All in a
Roll
hurry.
for hurry.
And all of a sudden you are inside this encampment, this makeshift camp. There are bodies under sheets. There is less mist in here, but there is a roaring campfire in the middle of this encampment. And a few familiar faces in bloody stags uniforms.
Oh.
And,
Can we see? I've forgotten her name, but the Neris? Is it Neris? Can
Yeah.
we see her anywhere?
there's a lot of people here. There's at least 100 or so. So it's going to take some searching. And I'm afraid we're actually out of time. So I'll leave it here.
Oh boy!
Hi, guys.
Cliff,
my God.
Everything is fine.
We've done brilliantly.
Oh,
Let's run through the mirror, guys. It'll be fun.
I feel faintly responsible for this.
But to be fair, if you hadn't gone through the mirror, that would have been fine. There would have been other adventures for you. But the consequences to the stags would have been very real.
Oh dear.
So you're with your friends and family now. And if you hadn't have turned up, you never know, they may have not survived at all.
Oh dear.
Also, you're technically level 5. Imogen and Pips are, for some strange reason, level 4. So here's how we're going to do it. You guys all get level 2, and Imogen and Pips get like 3 levels.
Okay.
So we go to 7.
Oh, okay.
The reason for this, as I've talked before, is to try and get you up to the Fate Swain group level by November, so everyone's on equal footing. If you want to kill them, I want you to have a worth a chance.
An actual chance instead of just being massacred in the first round.
Yeah, which I didn't realize it, but those dwarves were well overpowered. Although, the skirmish rule for like knocking someone 1 yard back is just so abusable. It's not even funny.
Already used it many times.
I've made some additional changes to the harder. Like that first guy you kicked rolled 111. It was like, oh shit, just stand up. Cool. I'm gonna leave it there because I realize the tempo of this one has been a bit up and down. It's been a very social episode. Hopefully the combat was worth it. But the path of the Fate Swain has taken a different turn to what the Bloody Stags are going through right now. The next episode is called Unfinished Business.
Oh.
And we're going to get that date set up soon enough. I think if Pips wants to get involved in that, if she wants to be involved, I'm more than happy to play with this many players on Hangouts. It works, as far as I'm concerned. And you're utterly useless, so it's not like you get in the way or overpower the game.
And we need all the help we can get, even if the help does run away.
Literally the hay,
We are not the.
I did 6 damage.
You poked a dwarf in the arsehole.
And it did damage.
It tiptoed around and went.
My first roll, I did 4 damage. Or was it 3?
Those dwarves had around 70 health.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so like I said, 2 levels for you guys and 3 levels for the scholars.
Okay. Glad I kicked one of them off the roof.
Yep. And a lot there.
These events, by the way, are these events are traumatizing. So if the scholars decide they're going to start like taking their life seriously, and learning how to fight, because they're now with a
Maybe
mercenary,
get some armor, maybe.
we can work out the next episode.
Something with the mercenaries that they can tell you no one died in.
Oh, by the way, Tilda.
Yes.
People are going to get to have a specialization point. You are going to have to go for a spirit healer.
Okay. Yeah.
For reasons. If you really don't want to, we can discuss a compromise, but
That was not my plan, but I can.
we can discuss that in length later.
Hold on,
Okay.
Because, something happened, and I want to be able to give you something about what happened, but not.
Okay.
In any case, I just want to thank anyone who's bothered watching so far. Thank you for that. We'll be back with another episode of Bloody Stags, working our way ever closer towards Fate Swain Con, and eventually a lot of conclusions, including who will win in the fight, Allegra or Talan?
This should be interesting.
Bring it on. Place your bets, folks.
Can Kalia kill more people than Tilda can heal? And will the scholars ever learn how to fight?
Else piss off a dwarf?
Yeah, what was that, Imogen?
Can anyone else piss off a dwarf?
Can anyone piss off a dwarf like
You've got a very unique talent.
Richard can?
Thank you.
Wow,
I mean,
I might actually break rules and give you the threaten skill from the warrior thing, just because it makes sense. You have to attack you next round.
There we go.
it's just like randomly. I'm sorry. I'm, like an Orlesian scholar, but also I have the threatening skill.
You threaten with your scholarly knowledge.
Oh,
Yeah, everyone feels so intimidated by your smarts.
It would be renamed mildly irritating, or excessively irritating. It'd be like, even an arc demon would be like, you know what? I could be raising Denerim, but I'll make an exception and just go after you or something. Really perfect.
Just have a skill point in like intimidation when they're on a socially weak position.
Like being in a fishing hut alone in the dark. Dear me. Right. Does anyone have any announcements or anything else they want to say before we say goodbye?
I don't think so.
I have a question.
Oh God. What?
How did you get so beautiful?
I have no regrets, but all of them. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
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 Alabra.